It's Yahusha.
How you been, dude?
Oh, my brother just died. I just found out my brother died yesterday.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, they called me up, and I didn't want to answer the phone. I was like, "Oh fuck, man!" I felt sick. Then he texted me. He said he's dead, and
Jesus,
so
man.
I tried to just ignore it, forget about it, And then these assholes sort of fucked at the same time for the last 16 hours straight. Like I was going through my notifications, like how many times these guys tagged me in a junk post, like nonstop. There's like 5 or 6 channels doing it all at once. Suicide trolling me at the worst possible time too. So my brother was homeless. He was homeless. He was living outside in the middle of fucking winter.
Jeez, oh man, that must be tough.
Yeah, he's been homeless, for years. He's got a kid too. He's got an older daughter now. And we got to go find her and tell her about it. Like I don't. They told me this happened a week ago, and so I don't know where his body is or anything. I don't know if they cremated it, if he's already buried or what. I looked for his obituary and I couldn't find it.
Oh, so yeah, I guess someone has to put in for an obituary. So if no one did that, it ain't gonna be there,
Yeah.
But that's a real bummer, man. I'm really sorry to hear that. I know John would be homeless too if it wasn't for my mom.
Yeah,
she takes good care of her Johnny baby.
He's been acting up lately. He's been being a real twerp.
Yeah, that's nothing new.
I mean, just look at the shit he's saying in the chat. Like, who am I in love with, John?
Yeah, I don't think he can find the link because it's in you have it streaming on 2 different places. Yeah. So you might want to put the link in the other thing because I don't know if he can see the other.
Okay, now I know because he's banned from my main channel, and so he's on my backup channel. I'm streaming on 2 channels now because I got my strike taken off. Yay! Golf clap.
Clap, clap.
So they can get mad and false flag it all they want, and I'm just going to appeal it, and I'm going to win every time. They'll never take me down.
I'm surprised that he doesn't just fire up his own little panels sometimes. He goes in everybody else's panels. Why doesn't he fire up his own?
Well, you'd love that, wouldn't you?
Oh, look, now he's dropping names. What the fuck you talking about, John? That woman's crazy. She's goofy. I hate to say it, but like,
you're in love, Donovan.
She ain't right. She needs help. I think you should help her.
She speaks to God, didn't you know?
Yeah, she has
Yahweh.
The Most High speaks to her every day. What do you mean I don't believe in God? I talk to him every day.
Yahweh told me this and such.
The Most High told me so.
Yeah, the Most High. She sounds like she's the Most High.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be the drugs. Strange drugs.
Her in like most of the world.
All it takes is a couple of meth benders to really break your fucking brain.
Yeah, that shit makes you, they think they're high, but they're just hallucinating. They make that shit, the chemicals, it makes you hallucinate.
Is that what happened to you?
Well, the big thing is the being delusional.
Delusional, huh?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Just see something that's real, talk about that, but then they'll make up 20 different things that are fake around it. The scenarios around real facts and act like it's true. It's crazy.
Yeah, and Toby and Tim Seekins have been going around calling me a meth head. And I never...
My brother cannot debunk a single thing that I claim. He just lies. Like, he just lies. And, like, he'll say that he debunked me because he just lies. He tried to debunk my eviction. He made a video and it was retarded. He literally just makes up lies. He cannot actually debunk or show any receipts or proof of anything that he claims whatsoever.
And I never did meth. Yeah, right. I always hated that shit. Sure. I hated people that did it.
John says, no, I wouldn't. I paid the mortgage the last 2 years instead of getting my own place to help my mom out. Where do you get your income, John?
Why would I tell him that?
Where do you get your income?
Why would anybody disclose their personal financial information to somebody who does nothing but harass them online all day, every day, looking for information to use against them? and their kids. Why would I ever tell you anything, Ed?
Because you sure as fuck don't work.
Neither do you.
Is he slanging?
Ed, I have worked twice as long in my adult life as you have. You haven't worked in almost 20 years, Ed. Almost 20 years. Kimmy takes care of you. That's plain and simple. Kimmy takes care of you. You are more expensive than the kids are cost to take care of. I've seen her index cards that very meticulous index cards she fills out with every single thing she buys, every single thing, every deposit, everything. And you take out more money than you put in.
Peddling.
And you don't work.
That's my best guess. I know whenever I was talking to the John Patton guy.
You are John
He was
Patton.
showing me some
You fucking liar.
messages that he was getting where people were trying to deal drugs with John, thinking that John Patton was actually John.
Let's see them. Who was it, Ed? Who was getting a hold of the John Patton account? I would love to hear, what you come up with. That's funny. Like, you just completely made that up. Completely made that up.
What the fuck?
Believe me.
Yeah, there was at least 2 different people asking for drugs,
At least.
thinking that John Patton was actually John's real page.
Yeah, I actually unfriended that guy because he was crying.
Who were they? Were they accounts that you made up? Is that who they were? Messaging your own account that you made up, just so that you can show people something, and get them to believe it. That's all. That's like all you do. You talk to yourself in the comments to make it look like it's a conversation between 2 people, and then you'll show that to somebody to lie to them. That's what you do. It's fucking diabolical. Like, I don't know if I've ever met anybody who lies at the level that you lie, Ed.
About it. Because I over and over and over and over. Look, man,
I can actually show you a text message from your own mother to me. And she says all he does is lie. She said that to me.
my original Facebook account was from 2009, and that's the one that got hacked. And it's shadow banned too, so when you look for it on Google, it doesn't show up.
Sure, Donovan. You were.
It's like it's like they sandboxed it. So
Donovan, whenever I said about you having 2 Facebook accounts and they were both friends with the John Patton account on Facebook, you freaked out like you were going to go to jail or something. You were like scrambling, doing damage control. You were running around telling everybody that I was stalking your family, and that I was trying to kill your family or something. Like, you made up the craziest lies, and all because I just mentioned how you had 2 Facebook accounts and they were both friends with the John Patton account. I don't know what you were so afraid of, but you were caught, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody
Yeah, I
says.
haven't heard anything from that person, and oh my goodness, probably.
Ed, you are that person. Don't give me. Look, you went back to the Jesus Christ account. You cycled through about 30 different channel names, but you had the Jesus Christ account for what, 2 years? And I couldn't tell you how many times you said to me, "Oh, I'm not your brother, dude. Get help. LOL." Like the laughing emoji face, or crying laughing. You would say that to me as if like you're laughing at me because I'm so wrong that I was calling the Jesus Christ account you. And then what, after 2 years, go, guess what? I was right. What do you know? You lied about that. How many times? Countless times. So, like, anybody would believe you that the John Patton account is anybody but you, Ed.
Probably almost a year now.
Is ridiculous.
and so he's not on my friends list anymore, so he can't cry about it anymore.
Oh, who is he?
He actually friended me. He added me, and so I just put it on there. I didn't care.
See what they do?
Yep, same with me. They added me. They must have known that I was John's brother or whatever, because they were making videos about him on the Patton Perps page.
Oh, they must have known, right?
And then he just started sending me shit, and I was like, okay, whatever.
They must
But
have.
never really even said anything though.
They must have known. It's funny because whenever somebody in town called you out on the John Patton Facebook account, called you out and said, "Okay, Ed, this is crossing a line. This is sick because you were talking about my kids." It was the video that you made where you had Chuck E. Cheese smacking my daughter's ass. You fucking sick piece of shit. So this person in town called you out. The very next day, you privated every single fucking video. So they didn't call somebody else out. They called you out. So why would somebody else private all those videos when this person called you out?
I just figured it's probably somebody that he knows.
Right? Yeah, it's my brother.
Oh yeah,
Somebody-
it's definitely someone from town here.
Yeah, it's Ed.
You know, probably one of his friends that used to be friends, and they're probably not friends
It's either
anymore.
Ed or it's Ryan Bradley.
And so that guy's probably mad at him or something. But he must have done something to piss that guy off.
It could be Ryan Bradley.
Why else would he be doing that? Because when I looked at it, I didn't really see anything that really indicated.
Because it was funny. I just recently was looking through my emails, all my old emails. I found a bunch of YouTube privacy strikes. And so I went through them all, and all the videos they were taken down. So I didn't even know these videos were being taken down. I didn't get those emails. But now they're in my inbox, like from like 2 years ago. So it's funny. I tried to see who the person was that filed the privacy strike, right? Because it tells you the time stamp in the video where the privacy concern is. But I finally came to one that the video is still on my channel. So somebody privacy striked the 11-second video of Bradley in my hallway of my apartment building on February 1st at 4 in the morning, sneaking out.
Anything about who it could be.
So so that proves right there that was Ryan Bradley, and he does not want that up on YouTube. He tried to privacy strike it, but he literally hid from the camera. He tried to obfuscate his identity. Somebody else is the one that pointed it out to me who it was, and Ed, you admitted it, that it was Bradley. And when I said, what was Bradley doing at 4 in the morning outside my apartment door? He had never been there before, and never after that either. And my brother, Ed, you said, oh, he was messing with you, dude. Meaning, insinuating that you talked to Bradley, you talked to Ryan Bradley, and what, he told you he was messing with me? I call that gang stalking is what I call that.
And so I just unfriended him, and I can't remember if I blocked him or not, but he's not on there, so he can't cry about it anymore.
How many times Ed has admitted to gang stalking?
The only reason why I got 2 Facebook accounts is because, again, my original one was old. That was from 2009. You know, that was right around when Toby started her first.
And that's the only reason? Because it's funny. Everybody that was on the John Patton account had 2 Facebook accounts. Everybody. Every single person on there had 2 Facebook accounts. Do they all just a coincidence though, right? It's not a program or anything. It's not like you guys are using a separate Facebook account to hack devices or anything like that, right? I mean, what were you so afraid of, Donovan, when I exposed that?
YouTube channel, and I didn't even know it existed. But the only reason I started the new one is because I got hacked, and I couldn't get hold, because my family, you know, they're so, like, they don't even call me on the phone. You know, they only talk to me on Facebook for some fucking reason. So
it is.
That's
funny.
the only reason why I'm on there.
It is funny that my brother mentioned people getting a hold of me getting a hold of the John Patton account, asking for drugs. I would think that if I was a big drug dealer and these people knew who I was, they would message my regular Facebook account, don't you? Your logic is retarded. So the fact that if anybody did message the John Patton account asking for drugs, then I don't talk to them, obviously. I don't know who they are, and it's just absolute bullshit. I think you just made that up. If you could show me, why don't you show some evidence? Let's prove what you're saying, Ed.
So if somebody fucking dies, and then this is the only way I'm gonna know about it. And sure enough, somebody fucking died. And I never heard nothing about it, except one guy called me, one brother called and said that. He said, okay, so I'm on the second day of trying to deal with it. You know.
Maybe if you spent more time, you know, involved in your family, involved in your, you know, concerned about your brother, you would know. You know, you're talking about it as if it's like a chore for you.
Don't got to resist the urge to, you know,
And
cold snacks and whatnot.
Abe admitted that Pat and Perps was my brother.
John says Abe said that Pat and Perps was you, Ed. Okay, so does everything Abe says about you, is that true too, John?
No, not at all. He makes up a bunch of lies
Abe
too.
said, well, he did the same thing. He added Abe on there, and Abe said that he blocked him. He got tired of it. He said that he was trying to gaslight him.
Yeah, after I exposed you, Donovan, and I exposed the Pat and Perps channel, Abe kept calling me John Patton in his YouTube videos. And it was real easy to point that out. It was like, why is he calling me John Patton? It's targeted Patton. Why is he calling me John Patton? Because it was obvious, so I called him out. I said, you're obviously friends with that Facebook account. And then it was some time passed by, but he did a live stream where he admitted that he was friends with the John Patton account. That my brother, Ed, you, were making videos about me and spreading them around on the John Patton account on Facebook. He said this. And so he felt bad, so he unfriended the account, is what he said. No, he was covering his ass. That's all he was doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where's he at now?
Well, Abe's not really. He's kind of unstable, you know.
Where's he at now?
Sometimes he's with it. Sometimes he's with it, and other times he doesn't even like me.
All the fake TIs are unstable. Matrix Decoded, Bluffy the Narc Slayer, you, Donovan, like they all portray this this persona that they're like about to pop off, you know, to try to create the narrative that TIs are dangerous.
Either he hates me. He thinks I'm trolling him, and I'm not.
Why does he think that?
You know, because every time I try to give him advice or something, he gets mad and don't tell me what to do. And then he keeps talking about my family and shit. I told him, don't talk about my fucking sisters and none of that shit. Because these trolls will they're stalkers, you know? He's got all kinds of stalkers on his channel.
I didn't even know you had sisters.
Toby Reed's stalking his ass too.
Well, anyone that goes on the internet and puts out like crazy stuff, like
crazy
conspiracy theories, stuff like that are just way wackadoodle.
Wackadoodle.
What do you think the people are going to do? Of course they're going to make fun of them and troll them and stuff like that.
But that's the thing, Ed. Nobody does that. You do it in private, I guess. You're the only fucking person, Ed, that I ever see tries to... Well, you and Donovan, fucking douchebag Donovan. Even absent-minded Abe doesn't do that. He knows better. Because he knows that it's a huge risk. If you try to do that, I'm going to come back with the truth and expose your ass, and you're going to look like a retard. So you and Donovan both look like retards several times over. You've admitted to gang stalking me several times, Ed. So go ahead with the conspiracy theory shit, right? And I'm crazy and delusional, right?
Because you know what's really creepy is that Toby's accusing me of stalking her on Facebook, right? Even though I blocked her. She's going over to Abe's Facebook and screen recording all his Facebook lives and putting it on her YouTube channel. How's that not stalking? Yeah. That's where she's getting all the views. I mean, these live videos is off of his Facebook because he doesn't go live on YouTube anymore.
He's an LOL
he only goes
cow.
live on Facebook, and I don't even watch it
because Abe is an LOL cow. She's using him as an LOL cow. You try to do it to me, and it just backfires on you every time, and that's why you don't like me. That's why you fucking hate me, right? Because I make you look like a moron.
The only way I knew about it is because I looked at her channel. Oh, she's got a vertical screen recording from Facebook on Abe's. So she's stalking. And I told him about it. He said, yes, I'm aware. And I blocked her.
Then is that stalking?
Then she stopped. And now she's not doing it anymore because she doesn't have access to him anymore.
It's called trolling.
But this guy's okay with that. Yeah, John's okay with that. He thinks it's perfectly okay.
See, he
thinks it's normal.
You put words in my mouth,
for
too.
Toby to be screen recording Abe's Facebook, violating his privacy. Because again, that has his...
I didn't even know that. You just told me that. How do you know how I feel about it? You just told me about it.
His legal fucking name on it, right?
Yeah, the way she doxes like that, and the way she called on Bluffy the Narc Slayer, she called, like, that was fucked up.
CYS? What?
Yeah.
There was a legitimate concern for the child.
Yeah, she went live this morning.
That wasn't cool at all. And John calling her the Michelin Man, that wasn't very nice either.
She
A lot of
like-
people saw that and they didn't like that.
Who are
Get to
these?
really know how kind of person John is.
Who are these? A lot of people saw that, and who are these people, Ed? Please help me out here. Who are these people that you're referring to? Because it's news to me. Where are all these people that didn't like that? Right? You mean Bluffy and you?
John is.
Yeah, this sniveling little weasel. He's a weasel.
No wonder he can't get a woman.
I'm not.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, I haven't tried to get a woman since I split up with my ex-wife fucking 12 years ago. You think I'd have trouble getting a woman? You really think I would have trouble getting a woman if I tried? I almost want to go just try to start dating somebody just because you said that.
Well, except for his mom.
Just look at that mustache.
Your mom too,
You really got to start
At
shaving.
least mommy takes care of Johnny.
Yeah, that's not regulation, John.
And I'll have you know, Mom doesn't do a damn thing for me. Right? I'm here because she asked me to help her with her house. I had 18 months of rent paid, approved and paid for after my apartment. But she asked me to move in here to help her work on her house. And when I paid her mortgage off, I paid her mortgage off years ago. That was before I moved in with Zemros. That was after I split up with my ex-wife. I lost my house that I'd half paid off. And then instead of moving into my own place again after the house, Mom asked me if she had just got on disability, so she didn't have the income to afford her house payment. She had 2 years left. So I stayed here for 2 years and paid the mortgage until it was paid off. That was years ago. But you would know that if you were part of the family, if you were actually involved with the family.
John,
Somebody's got to.
that's against regulations.
Oh, shit, my phone's about ready. I better put it on charger here.
All you do, Ed, is sit at home on YouTube, looking for ways to mess with me.
But yeah, I saw you didn't want any keyboard warriors, so I figured I'd pop on and see what was up.
Yeah, John's actually blocked, but he won't. Well, he knows I'm gonna cuss him out. That's what I told him last time. I told him to get on here. I gave him 3 fucking seconds, exactly 3 fucking.
I actually came here to try to talk to you like a normal human being. Every time I do it, though, you guys just go on this spat of making up a lie after lie after lie, like it's your job.
Seconds to click on the link. You want to do it? That's all right. You're out of here.
There was no link.
Beep, you're banned. And then he came on my backup channel, so I'm gonna have to
I was
pick up
on.
one of my other devices here. See if I could.
This is the only channel I was on. I don't even know what you're talking about.
If I could moderate the chat from over there. Because I do have a moderator, but she's busy right now.
2 Facebook
She actually has a
accounts,
job.
2 YouTube channels.
She's not able to be here right now. But yeah, I've been getting tagged nonstop and junk post. Now they're using AI.
You literally name your channel after somebody else in order to harass them. That's all you ever do. That's the whole point of your existence on YouTube.
AI on me. Try to suicide troll me.
Yeah, I saw an AI image of your mugshot, and it had some weird looking thing on your mouth. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's like some reptilian shit or something.
Oh, reptilian.
These people do claim that they're aliens. Toby claims she's an alien.
Conspiracy theory
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, just about every other video. You humans. I'm just trying to save you humans. Like, she's just fucking crazy. She needs to get off my ass. And
She has the right idea, though.
So John still won't tell us where he gets his income.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you where I get
yeah.
my
How could he
income.
possibly pay my mom's mortgage for her?
Why would I?
And if he is, then where is all my money?
That's really, really bugging him, isn't it? That's really bugging him. That was like a while ago in the conversation. he actually expects that I would tell him where I get my income? You're a moron, Ed.
My mom's money going.
What? Why are you talking about your mother's finances on YouTube, you freaking idiot?
And why did she have her electricity turned off last year? You know, things like that. If you're
You watched the video, Ed. It was a mistake. There was no reason for them to shut it off. They said she owed $4,000. It was a typo. She literally tried to pay her bill earlier that morning, and they told her that she couldn't. They told her, no, you can't. They wouldn't let her pay her bill, and then they came and shut it off. Because she's also targeted, Ed, because her ex, you remember Ray, right? He's the Grand Poobah. He's the head of a Masonic lodge. So put it together, Ed. It's not a conspiracy theory. You know what I mean? She's targeted as well.
If you're paying all the bills.
Yeah, he's in the hot seat now. Spotlight's on you, John.
Oh, yeah? It's funny.
And then what about your car, John? Why can't you fix your car and drive it instead of driving around your daughter's car and my mom's car?
Why are you in my business? Why do you care? That you don't realize how weird that is? Like, you don't realize how absolutely just fucking strange, creepy, and weird it is that you even have these questions or that you know these things.
Yeah. I don't think he understands the concept of a relationship where people work together to make a family work.
No.
Because he's never experienced a functional family.
Seriously? Are you serious? I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say to that. I literally go back and forth helping my mother and helping my father because my other two brothers are pieces of shit, creeps. One's a convicted pedophile. The other just tries to molest people, roofies them and tries to molest them, but he never got criminally convicted of anything. And he cheats on his old lady all the time. He's been taken care of by his girlfriend, right? His girlfriend won't get a driver's license. She's like a weirdo. She will not get a driver's license. I think she's afraid that if she gets a driver's license, then I don't know. But he bought her a car one time. Years ago, they bought a car with income tax just for her, but she still wouldn't get her driver's license. It's weird. She's worked at the dollar store. Ed has not worked in almost 20 years.
So he doesn't know what that's like.
Where do you get your money, Ed?
Understand how it works.
And, okay.
Yeah,
why is John's son not living?
And Ed, you don't talk to anybody in your family. Nobody. As a matter of fact, our cousin who owns the bar, she told me how you're not allowed in her bar. You are absolutely banned and not allowed in her bar, in your own cousin's bar. You've never even stepped foot in there, and you're not allowed in there because all you do is start shit with the family, right? Who do you talk to in the family, Ed? You have your girlfriend and your kids. Your name isn't even on the house. That's Kimmy's house. She bought that house. She works at the dollar store. What do you do? Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing.
Live with him. Where's he at? And why is he where he's at?
And everybody knows that anybody who brings kids into a dispute is just the bottom of the barrel, scum of the earth, biggest pieces of shit that walk this earth.
Asking the right questions.
Yeah, just asking the right questions.
He never answers any of them.
And you got to remember.
And complains whenever he asks the right questions and people don't answer him. He's a complete fucking hypocrite.
I'm not a hypocrite. I don't get mad. If I ask a question and somebody doesn't answer it, I don't get mad. I get my answer. That's all. I get my answer. I'm not a hypocrite, Ed. You are like the master of projection is what you're doing. But what I wanted to point out is you literally talk trash on your niece and nephew who've never done a thing to you, who are innocent kids. And yes, my daughter is now an adult. But you've been doing this to her for the last 4 years. since she was 16. And in this live stream, I do believe that you slander her again. She was drawing up a cease and desist letter to send to you because of the stuff that you're posting online. She doesn't even respond to it. She doesn't address you. She doesn't do anything it doesn't make any sense. Why are you doing it? You're a piece of shit.
Coal? You guys are still using coal?
Piece of shit.
Yep, I know what that's like. I did that for fucking 30-some years.
Yep, because you lived at Daddy's house for 37 years.
You want a fucking cookie, John?
You can go to Patton, but you can't find crack there.
No, I just want you to stop being such a fucking douchebag, Ed. Because everything you do ends up hurting you. And then it makes you madder and madder and madder. And you look at me like I'm doing something to you. No, I respond when you make up lies about me on the internet. And then you get fucking butthurt about it. So you see, the problem is with you. You are the one with the conflict. You are the one with the problem. You are also the one with the solution to the problem. But you just are too fucking stupid, too fucking brain dead to see it, to see the big picture. It's not even a big picture. It's so easy to see that everybody else can see it.
I smoked a bunch of meth, then I went to a Walmart, got arrested, then I blamed the cops for it. My name is Patton John, and I really am a hopper. You can go to Patton.
And see that song, there's more lies in that song. That's lies that my brother in Matrix Decoded came up with.
But you can't find crack there. Smoked a bunch of meth just to steal at Walmart, get arrested, blame the cops for everything. Looking for change, sniffing cocaine, stealing at Walmart, doing my thing.
How does somebody, okay, theoretically, let's just say hypothetically, how does somebody steal from a Walmart and get caught with a bunch of meth and blame the cops for it? How does that happen? How does that work? I'm curious. I'm just curious.
In the cops smoking a rock, so I in the house, arrested, I'm shot.
Break it down.
You can go to Patton, but you can't find crack there. Smoked a bunch of meth, then I went to a Walmart, got arrested, then I blamed the cops for it. My name is Patton John, and I really am a hopper. You can go to Patton, but you can't find crack there. Smoked a bunch of meth.
It was Patton John, right? John Patton.
Meth just to steal at Walmart, get arrested, blame the cops for everything. Looking for change, sniffing cocaine, stealing at Walmart, doing my thing, hating the cops.
It's just, I guess I feel the need to point this out. I have never in my life stolen something from Walmart, ever gotten in trouble at Walmart. I have never gotten caught with meth at a Walmart or stealing at a Walmart. Like, it never happened. None of it. It is all completely made up.
Smoking a rock, so I in the house, arrested, I'm shot.
There it is. That was a fake news story that my brother made. He's handy on a computer. He makes a fake news story and just writes trio busted in meth bust. What, the two cops and me? That was when they evicted me from my apartment, you moron.
It's funny how John says he used to have to do it whenever I lived there. He knows that isn't true.
Absolutely is. It's absolutely true. I'm just going to make that up. Dad used to call me and ask me to come up and help him shovel the coal in. And I'd get up there and be like, why isn't Ed helping? And you wouldn't. You have never helped me shovel coal in when you were living there. I would go up and help Dad shovel coal in. What were you doing? Sitting on your fucking computer. My back hurts.
Dad would call me because you were too lazy to shovel the coal Dad bought in your own house. First of all, Walt never paid a dime for heat whenever we were there.
Yes, he did. I watched him give you cash on several occasions to get coal. He didn't write checks. He didn't do the checking account thing. So anytime he needed to purchase the coal or pay the insurance or pay any of the bills, he would hand you the cash. You can lie about it all you want. I watched this happen several times, and then I watched you guys take receipts. He would go and buy something, right, with cash. He would hand you the receipt. You guys would write your names on it. You would literally write your names on the receipt and make printouts of them. You would, like, copy them. And why else? That's not normal. Like, that's not normal for people to save receipts like that for 15 years. And then you were talking about squatters' rights, talking about eminent domain. You called it eminent domain, which is just retarded. But you were trying to take his fucking house.
We got lie heap to get the coal.
We got lie heap.
So he's full of shit whenever he says that. And then halfway through the year, I would go buy a second.
No, you didn't.
I'd pay right out. I can actually show you the bank receipts from what I paid for coal every year. See?
Obviously, he gave you the cash so that you could pay with your bank account. You call Himmel's Coal and give them your debit card number to pay for the coal because he just handed you the cash. Of course you would have those receipts. You would have every receipt. Anything that he ever bought and paid for in that house, you have the receipts for. He doesn't. You have them all.
He's lying about that.
No, he's not.
He's a fucking liar.
Okay, Ed. Where do you get the money to buy coal at, Ed? Where do you get your money to buy coal? Huh? How does one job, a manager at the Dollar General, support a family of 4? You, her, 2 kids, and a house, pay all the bills, and then you just have all this money, right? How does that happen? How does that work, Ed? Please help me out there.
I don't know why you won't come in here and talk like a man.
Read the chat.
Yeah, I guess I forgot to block him off my backup channel.
He didn't put a link up.
If he doesn't get on here now.
Talk like a man. Hey, Ed. You could come on over here anytime. I want you to come over here and we can sit and have a civilized conversation. We'll take a walk outside the borough. Okay? We'll take a walk up past the cemetery so we're not in the borough. And as soon as you can, ASAP. Okay? I don't want to set any date or time. You just come over as soon as you can. Okay? As soon as you come over, we'll take a walk. Okay? I can't wait.
The keyboard warrioring and, just being a troll. Right now, he's just a troll. He's just trolling.
I'm not a troll. I don't troll.
We have a video of him and I talking about it. Well, just like the judge said.
Literally, last week, when I was shoveling the coal in, and he was in the basement, almost 70 years old, he's in the basement shoveling coal, I'm outside, because it takes a couple people to get it in there. You have to move it around. And I started recording. After I shoveled a bunch of coal in, I took a break and started recording, and he came outside, and it's in this recording where we were talking about how whenever you lived there, he used to have to call me to come up to shovel coal in because you were too fucking lazy to shovel your own coal in.
And whenever Walt tried to use me as a witness for something I never saw.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
One time, whenever he narked on the neighbor.
Yeah.
Neighbor had a crack house.
Ed, you were the narc, okay, on the neighbor. I don't know anything about this story you're talking about. Maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. I don't know. I have no idea about anything about this. But what I do know is that you always went online, talked shit on the neighbor all the time on Facebook. Dad didn't. He didn't do the internet. He didn't do social media. He didn't talk to anybody. So he couldn't go around talking shit on the neighbor like you could. But you did it. And you used to make all these posts online about Stevie, right? And then you had a camera pointed at his fucking driveway. And I was told that you would call the sheriff's department every time somebody would show up, and you would let them know who's coming and going from the neighbor's house. Because you're
my dad called the cops on him. And then whenever we went to court about it, because he also tried to get a PFA on the guy, because the guy lived right next door.
So what?
And he
what was the PFA about?
Crackhead, and had people over all the time. But my dad would cause problems with this guy.
How?
And so
How did it cause problems?
he knew that the guy didn't like him and was a dangerous criminal. So he called and tried to get a PFA on him and get the guy kicked out of his own home.
Oh, yeah. And
when we went to the court case, the judge was like, I'm not fucking listening to...
It's funny, Ed, because you sit here and talk like you're, the poor guy, tried to get him kicked out of his own home. People know what you have said about Stevie on Facebook in the past. People know. So you're not fooling anybody. As you sit here and say this, you are literally lying through your teeth, and there's a bunch of people that know it.
You and your son's fucking testimony. Do you have anything else? And they threw the case out. So the judge already knew my dad and how he does false PFAs on people.
False PFAs.
Oh, jeez.
False PFAs, huh? They already knew.
Hey, John, you got
They already knew. Who else did he do false PFA on, Ed? How did they know? They were already aware, right? They already knew all about his false PFAs. So who else before that did he try to get a false PFA on, Ed? I'm just curious. You know, how did that happen? The PFA that he had against you, he didn't even report it. He's not the one that fucking reported it, Ed. You dumbass.
And you got copies of receipts and put my name. I don't. Why would I do that?
To take his house.
That sounds like something. Does that mean you did that?
For what? What?
Like with my lawnmower, whenever I went up, Gavin's lawnmower that I paid for, I had receipts for it, and Walt shows up and he's like, "That's mine. I have receipts." What a fucking gas.
You waited until he went to the store, and as soon as he went to the store, he was like, he had an uneasy feeling, like he had to hurry home. And he hurried back to the house, and as soon as he got there, sure enough, there's you, the PFA and all, there's you parked on the road, and you had your son run into and grab this lawnmower to steal it. And he said, "Put that back. What are you taking my lawnmower for?" And you grabbed it and threw it in your van and took off and brought it down to Mom's house, where there was already 2 lawnmowers sitting here that worked just fine. You took the tarp off of my lawnmower and then threw it half-assed on the one that you stole off Dad, and then you never mowed the grass.
Gaslighter.
He's gaslighting.
I literally just got done spending over $400 to fix 2 broken mowers that Walt brought home that he got for like $20 at a yard sale, and to fix the one that I had bought for $300 some. And
Wait, if you bought a brand new mower for $300 some, why are you paying to fix it? That was a brand new mower. Brand new mower. Why would you be paying to fix it if it's brand new? You're full of shit, Ed. The only thing you had was a receipt for lawnmower repairs, because yeah, those couple lawnmowers went over to get repaired. You or Kimmy paid the bill for those lawnmowers to be repaired, because Dad then gave those lawnmowers to your boys. He said, "Here you go, one for each of you." So you paid for the repairs so that your boys could have lawnmowers, each of them, and make some money. He went and bought that brand new one for himself. And he said that nobody's allowed to touch that brand new mower. That's his. He had the receipt. I saw it. His name is printed on there. And it says Senior. Senior. SR. Senior. He bought it at the store with his ID. They printed his name on the fucking receipt, Ed.
And I went and paid another $400 some, so I had 3 mowers running at the same time, so me and my 2 sons could mow the lawn at the same time. And then whenever we moved out, I went up to get the one of...
No, whenever you moved down to Mom's for the next 4 months. You moved into Mom's house for 4 months because you had nowhere to go. Because you weren't planning on leaving. You were planning on taking his fucking house. And whenever the PFA was issued, you literally told Dad, "Oh, well, just wait. Whenever the 45 days is up, you think you're getting rid of us. We're coming right back. You ain't getting rid of us that easy." You told him that. I was there.
One of the 3 lawnmowers that I just got done paying hundreds of dollars to fix. And he's like, "That's..."
How'd you get the money to pay all those hundreds of dollars for that lawnmower, Ed? You don't work. Where'd you get the money for, Ed? Where'd you get that money to fix them lawnmowers at? Huh? I think you're dealing.
It's mine, even though I had a receipt that he went up in my bedroom and stole out of my bedroom.
Oh, he went up and stole a receipt out of your bedroom. Sure. Yeah, right. You're so full of shit, Ed. I saw the fucking receipt. He didn't go steal it out of your bedroom. Why would you have a receipt that says Walter Hofer Sr. printed on it in your bedroom?
So, John.
What's your dad's name? Is exact same my name, too, you dipshit.
No, you're Junior. He's
Look
Senior.
at the fucking actual check and what bank account it came from.
Have I?
The check for what? The repairs? The lawnmower repairs? Because that's the receipt you showed Mom. You tried to tell Mom, you tried to stir up trouble is what you did. You didn't need the lawnmower. You had no place to live. You were staying at Mom's house. Okay? There was 2 mowers, working mowers here. You did not need to get that lawnmower. You went up and grabbed that fucking mower, and somehow you knew when he left the house because you have his device hacked. You have a fucking spy camera or some shit in his house, right? And you waited until he left, and then boom, you showed up as soon as he left to steal that fucking lawnmower.
I ever tried to satanically sex traffic Patton?
And then he asked me, what should I do? I said, well, you got the receipt right there. And I looked at it, his name printed on the receipt, and he started using senior because you used to pull that shit. We got the same name. You'd get the electric bill, and you'd open it up, and he'd be like, why are you opening my mail? And you say, well, it's got my name on it. And you used to do that shit all the time, Ed. So he stopped that by making sure that he put senior on everything.
Can you believe any of
Lying
this?
fucking gaslight. No way am I gonna fucking.
What am I
I'm
gaslighting?
not even gonna fight with you about that shit.
Because you're an idiot.
Because this was all 4 years ago.
So?
And he's still fucking acting like it's something. But anyway,
You brought it up, you dumbass.
it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
I know what we did. You can lie all you want. I don't care.
I'm not lying. Show some receipts. You brought
I
it
have
up.
receipts for everything.
You brought it up. Show some receipts.
We used them in the court case. How do you think we bought the house?
You went
We bought a.
You went and applied for first-time home buyers loan. Kimmy was approved for that because she works, and they give breaks to first-time home buyers, and there's a program. You guys had to go do classes. I remember when you were living at Mom's, you literally had to go do these classes. They're like I don't know, like how to live classes. They're like how to be successful an adult. You know, it was like life classes. You had to go take these life classes as part of your program to be approved for that, for the grant or whatever, for the first time home buyers grant or loan. That's how you got your house.
A house because we proved that we paid all the bills for 15 years.
Ed, when you go to buy a house, they don't ask you for your last 15 years worth of receipts, buddy. That's not what, they look at your credit score and they ask what your income is. You're a fucking moron, dude. I was told your name's not even on the deed. It's just Kimmy's house. That's not even your house. I was told that's just in Kimmy's name. Isn't that funny? Boy, that's a real smack in the face, isn't it? You own nothing. You are literally nothing. You guys aren't married. You're just her boyfriend that she like takes care of. That's it. You've never had to fucking be responsible in your life. Ever. Ever.
Well, first of all, you said it's a Craftsman. That's bullshit. It was a Husqvarna.
Nope. It's a Craftsman.
Or not Husqvarna, Toro.
Nope. It's a Craftsman.
Brand. And I bought it from my cousin who had a shop in Altoona.
It's a Craftsman.
No one planned on taking his house. We were
Yes, you did.
talking about moving out.
No, you weren't.
And we already went and
He asked you for help with the electric bill, you fucking asshole, because he couldn't afford it. He was getting $500, $600 electric bills every month, and he couldn't afford it on his own because you guys wouldn't help with that. You guys paid the cable bill and your cell phone bills. That's it. That's fucking it. So there he is paying for everything else. When the electric service went out, remember when it rained real bad and he had to get a new service? He paid for all that, didn't he? When the hot water tank broke, he paid for that to put that in too. So I'm sure I don't know of anything that you guys actually paid money for and put into that house at all. At all. So I could be wrong, but I'm just going off of what I see, what my eyes see. I do not know of anything that you guys actually paid for in that house except for the taxes. You paid the taxes every year. Every year. You paid the taxes every year. So why were they 3 years back?
And started the loan process. He found out about it, got pissed, and then tried to get us kicked out immediately. Oh, if
You're such a fucking liar. He asked you for help with the electric bill. You said, I'm not giving you any money until you sign the house over to us. That's what you said. You wanted him to move out of his own fucking house. You demanded that he moved out. You said you're not giving him any money until he moves out. You wanted him to go get an apartment, Ed. Are you really gonna sit here and lie and claim that that's not what happened? There's people that know this, Ed. Other people in town that fucking know this.
oh, if you're leaving, then you got to leave now. I said, I have rights. We're going to leave as soon as.
No. He said, okay, if you don't want to give me help with the electric bill, then you have 2 months. He gave you 2 full months. And he said, by July 1st, if you want to stay here, you're going to give me $400 a month rent. That's it. That's all that he asked. He said he gave you 2 fucking months. And after the 2 months was up, if you still wanted to stay there, you just had to give him $400 a month rent. He made it really, really simple. He just needed help with the electric bill. You wanted to be a douchebag, and you guys had this fucking plan to steal his house. So whenever he needed help, he said, okay, you got 2 months. You guys panicked. And that's when you started the slander campaigns. You started trying to paint the narrative that he's crazy, right? He's losing his mind. I have the fucking screenshots of the conversations on Facebook that you had with these people, trying to tell them all that he's a psychopath.
As soon as we can. And then he says, I know how to get rid of you. And then went and tried to get a PFA on me, lied to the fucking police, said I was abusing him.
I was there, Ed. He said, $400 a month, July 1st. You can stay here. I don't care. He said, I don't care what you guys do. But, if you're going to stay here, then you're going to pay rent. After 37 years, you, your old lady, and his 2 grandkids all stay there rent-free. Never paid a fucking penny for rent, right? You for 37 years, Kimmy and the kids for 20 years, right? 20 years. 20 years. And you had what, 80% of the house. 80% of a 5-bedroom house. So you guys are fucking assholes.
After I had just, paid all of his fucking bills for the last 15 years.
You're such
I'm
a fucking liar,
loser
dude.
that fucking
You're
guy is.
such a fucking... Oh, he didn't pay anything, right? He just didn't pay anything. You paid all the bills, right? He just didn't pay nothing. He's such a fucking loser, right? Dude, you really got one coming.
The taxes were not 3 years back.
Yes, they are. I have the receipts for that. I've already put it on a video, and I'm going to put it in this video again and show you.
I had till November, and it was to pay the taxes up to date.
Nope. The house was going up for sheriff's sale in September.
Up to date, and it was in July that he went up and
you guys got your income tax in fucking March every year. That's when you paid the taxes, when you got your income tax every year. So here it is July, and taxes aren't paid. He's asking about them, and you said, yeah, we got them paid. Don't worry about it. Well, he was worried about it because he got a fucking letter saying his house was going up for sheriff's sale in a month, and he's fighting with you guys.
And paid him behind my back. And tried to act like I wasn't going to pay them.
He paid his taxes behind your back. Oh, how dare he pay his own house taxes behind your back. What a mean person he is. What a horrible human being.
That's a lie. I heard him go back in his room and pretend to cry on the phone. I heard him talking to the
Yeah, because you guys paid for cable, phone, and internet. And you kept the base for the cordless phone up in your room. Even though you guys never used the landline, ever. You had cell phones. You never used the landline. But you kept the base up in your room, and you used to spy on his phone calls. Every time he would call me, you or Kimmy would get on the phone. He would hear the click. I heard the click. And then whenever he removed you as a beneficiary on his insurance, right? You admitted it. Kimmy came down and admitted it. She come down and shut the cable off and took his fucking cable box out of spite because she heard him She was spying on his phone calls, and she heard him talking to the insurance person, and he was expecting a call back to finalize it. So she shut the fucking phone off on him.
Cambria County Sheriff's Office.
You guys are ignorant. You guys are fucking horrible human beings.
That's a lie. I heard him pretending to cry on the phone. He laughed, says, "I know how to get rid of you." Walked right back in his room, called the Cambria County Sheriff's.
Hey, Ed, he didn't even report you. He was not the one to report you for the PFA. He was trying to figure out a solution. He asked me for help. He confided in Dot. He confided in Biter and Billy. And everybody, I just gave him advice. That's all. I gave him advice, right? And he did not want to report you. Dot said, if you don't do something, I'm going to. And guess what? He couldn't do it. He didn't do it. So she reported it to Senior Services. That's who reported it.
And pretended to cry on the phone.
So you're a liar. You're a fucking liar. Cry about what? I have the PFA, Ed.
Because he's a little bitch.
Oh, he's a
so
little-
are you, John.
Oh.
You're just like him.
I'm
You
a
guys
little-
can have each other. You're perfect for each other.
I'm a little bitch. He's a
Enjoy
little
your life
bitch.
with Wally fucking Hofer.
Well, we would if you would just leave us alone. Quit fucking making up lies and harassing us. You drove
They
past
threw out the PFA, John.
Ed, you drove past his house 3 fucking times the other day. He said you're doing it every day. You're driving past his house like 3 or 4 times a day. Why are you doing that, Ed? If you just want to be left alone, right? And you want us to just enjoy our life, right? We're little bitches. You can't stand. Why do you insist on driving past his house and doing everything in your every waking moment of your fucking life to try to be spiteful and to try to lie and do something negative? It's not going to work, Ed. You're just doing this to yourself. You don't realize that yet? You're a fucking idiot.
They kept it in place long enough for me to get my stuff out of there. And that was it. They threw out the PFA, John.
Lie. That's another lie. I didn't know when I went to the pathonatory's office. Like I said, you got people in the courthouse, the sheriff's office. The lady from the sheriff's office walked us over to the pathonatory's office, printed the paper out for us that said that they vacated the PFA. The day that they extended it for 3 years, they extended it for 3 years. You didn't even show up, Ed. And that judge extended it for 3 years. But the paperwork they gave us say that on that date that the PFA was vacated. So I didn't know what was up. I had to go get confirmation. I called the judge's office, Ed. I called the fucking judge's office. You want to hear that video? You're a liar.
They kept it in place long enough for me to get my stuff out of there. And that was it.
You didn't get your stuff out of there. You didn't even go to the hearing. The PFA was issued at first for the preliminary PFA until you had a hearing like a week later. At that time, they issued the PFA on a 45-day basis. And you guys threatened him and said after 45 days, you're coming back to make his life hell. And then at 45 days, they had you had a review hearing, okay? At the 45-day point, a review hearing, you were supposed to submit a list of belongings, and it was to be approved. He was supposed to be able to look at the list to see what you're taking out of the house before he was going to leave and let you go there to take stuff out of that house, right? Because you guys shoved candy bars in the fucking light sockets. You took every light bulb out of that house before you left. Like, why would he let you in that house to have free reign with the shit you were doing?
That was the deal.
That was the deal, huh? Was that the deal, Ed? Was that the deal? You didn't show up, and that judge said, well, I don't know, I just extend it for 3 years. You weren't there. Judge Bernstein extended that PFA for 3 fucking years, asshole. And your buddies in the fucking courthouse, in the pathonatory's office, in the sheriff's department, broke the law and fudged the records, or whatever they did to fudge the records. Dad never got a final order. They never sent him that final order that says it was extended for 3 years. But when I talked to Judge Bernstein's office, they confirmed that absolutely, yes, their PFA was extended for 3 fucking years. You want to hear it? I told you I have it. But you're gonna call me out. You're gonna
So all this,
here. Watch. You're gonna dare me to post it, right?
If that's a picture of you, Patton, you look like a legit retard. No wonder you come into my chat with this moronic shit.
See, he's another one that just lies on the internet. Because he's working for the fucking cops.
all the time, and the two of them were really tight and gave each other a lot of advice all the time. And what did Sudi end up doing, John?
So boom.
He went and murdered his.
Right there, I mentioned Biter. And what do? What do? You got to shit on everything and everybody that you fucking... Really? Is that what your whole purpose is, to just shit on everybody that talks negatively about you? Whenever Biter told you that it looks like you sprayed your dad in the face with cleaner, whenever he called you right out and told you what the video showed, you set up a scenario where you could provoke him, try to get him to commit violence against you. You sprayed him in the fucking eye with cleaner and had your son record it. And then you put it on Facebook like an idiot, and a bunch of people told you how it was. They said, well, you sprayed him in the fucking face with cleaner. And then you blocked them all. Biter was one of those people. You blocked him. So, of course, yeah, you probably don't like Biter, I bet.
Murdered his wife. Yeah, real stable people to fucking talk to, John.
Ed, you got caught in Murdoch's bedroom with the lights off on the floor next to his fucking bed while his old lady was passed out drunk, probably roofied, when nobody was supposed to be upstairs. How do you explain yourself? You're a piece of shit, Ed. You're a fucking creep, a weirdo creep piece of shit. Remember when you left your old lady in the house and went outside and got in the car, Tressa's car, and started making out with her like she was your girlfriend or something? She thought she was so fucked up. She doesn't know why. She was so fucked up. She thought it was Jeff who was in the house too. So your old lady's in the house. Jeff's in the house. And you went out and took advantage of her when she's all fucked up sitting in her car. So there's two women that got all fucked up and don't even remember shit. And they don't know why. She came in and thought she was just kissing her boyfriend. And he said, that wasn't me. I wasn't outside. And you got caught. You're a fucking piece of shit, dude. What do? Go around roofing girls and taking advantage of them? God knows how many you've done it to.
Yeah, and I ain't heard nothing from that John Patton account. He's not on there no more.
Oh, yeah, damage control.
Post the recording, John.
Okay.
I don't fucking believe you.
All right.
Because I know what happened.
Ed, I don't bluff. All I do is tell the truth.
Prove it.
All I do is tell the truth, you dumbass. I don't bluff. Why would I bluff?
Burden of proof is on your hands there, John. Go for it.
Sure is.
Fucking liar.
Careful what you wish for. Ed, you know, it's been 4 years. You know that I don't lie. You know that everything I say is the truth. I don't bluff. Why would I bluff? My credibility's on the line. My credibility is the most valuable thing as far as my channel goes. I'm trying to spread awareness about your sick fucking gang stalking game so that people in the general public are aware that people actually do this fucking weird shit, right? And that there's people working within the government that are involved, right? They're breaking the law. They're corrupt. So that's how does my channel do with if I make up a lie, if my credibility is destroyed? How does that work? Don't you understand? I will not risk my fucking credibility. I won't even, if I'm unsure of something, I'm not gonna say it as if I know what's up, because there's that risk that they'll call me a liar, right? And try to destroy my credibility. I don't make stuff up, Ed. I don't lie. I do not bluff. You know this. So why don't you believe me? You know damn well everything I say is true. And if you didn't, why would you even ask me any questions if you think I'm a
John,
liar?
what do you know about Tim Seekins?
No idea.
The guy who calls himself Eritron.
I don't know who Tim Seekins is. And I'm sorry about your brother, Donovan.
Remember when John read the thing, the PFA thing that was found to not be a perpetrator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep, I'm gonna
Pepperidge
show-
Farm remembers.
I'm going to show you. There's a box, a check mark box on the PFA form, a standard PFA form, where if you commit like a domestic violence, you actually commit a crime, okay? Then you get charged with a crime, and then there's a PFA issued. So on that form, that box would be checked, and it would say, you know what I mean? Or whatever, or wouldn't be checked. It would not be checked. But it says perpetrator was found to not be, or the defendant was found to not be a perpetrator, meaning you didn't actually commit any violence, anything, any criminal. You didn't do anything they could criminally charge you for. So that's why you were found to not be a perpetrator, you fucking moron.
I don't even know the sheriffs, John. What are you talking about?
You don't know your
You
sheriffs?
butt buddies with the sheriffs. Why would I?
Kim's first cousin is the counselor in the prison. You telling me you didn't know that? Kim's first cousin is the counselor in the Cambry County Prison. He made sure to let me know that when I was in there, and they kept me for an extra 10 days. So you want to try again? And I seem to remember getting CYS called on us years ago, and the CYS worker had the last name Mushkit. What do you know? Isn't that a coincidence? You don't hear that name too often, Mushkit, right? But the CYS worker, her last name was Mushkit. So I called and said, I think there's a conflict of interest here. My brother's old lady's last name is Mushkit. Are they related? Because we're getting malicious calls on us. This is an absolute lie. Somebody called, lied to CYS, and their last name was Mushkit. Right? And whenever I called CYS and accused them accused her of doing that, without telling anybody about it, your old lady came up and told on herself. She came up to me without us telling anybody about it. And she said, oh, and I didn't call CYS on you. I'm like, well, how did you know? How did you know anything about it then? Kimmy, you guys are so fucking stupid.
Why would I be butt buddies with the sheriffs?
And he's a keyboard warrior, John, just typing away.
He just makes shit up because to fit his own narratives.
What narrative? Why would I keep going on about fucking stupid shit like this, Ed? Why would I make up narratives? For what?
I'm bluffing.
For what?
I know you make shit up.
For like
And then you
what?
take tiny little pieces of factual information and then make up a bunch of shit around them
Name
and act
something.
like you're right. You do that all the time.
Give me an example.
Almost everything you fucking ever say is
Give me
a
one.
small piece of reality mixed with a shit ton of delusions.
Give me one example, Ed. You're a fucking liar, and you know it. If I was lying about anything, you would fucking take it and run with it, dude. You would love it. You would absolutely love it if I actually said something that wasn't factual. You would take it and you would make 20 fucking videos about it, and you would tell fucking Twitter and Facebook and fucking YouTube and Instagram. You would tell every single social media platform, oh, the targeted patent is a liar. I have proof. I have the proof. Here it is. I know you would. It's exactly what you would do. So you know damn well that everything I say is the truth. And there's nothing that you have that can prove or debunk anything I say. And I'm a little bitch, right?
He's wheedling. He's wheedling. Stop wheedling, John.
I'm a little bitch. Ed gets triggered here. Watch, it's funny.
He's wheedling.
He gets really triggered here because he
Wheedle,
knows.
wheedle, wheedle, wheedle. He's a wheedling from the bowels of Hades.
I never heard that word before. I thought you were making that word
Wheedle,
up.
wheedle, 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 wheedle.
I thought you just made the word up.
He's a wheedling. He's wheedling away. Stop wheedling, John.
Ed, you should change your name to Spread Cheeks on here.
But you can never black up that claim, can you, John?
What claim? What claim?
Yeah, he's wheedling. He's wheedling in the chat.
What claim do I got to back up?
He's a keyboard wheedler. Wheedling away. Wheedle, wheedle, wheedle.
I never saw anything that proved any of that shit.
That's not my
The only thing
problem.
you proved that it was that I was not a perpetrator.
Oh, yeah, I proved you were not a perpetrator. No, I read a fucking piece of
Defendant
paper.
is not a perpetrator.
I read a piece of
I wonder if we
paper.
can find that somewhere.
But I'm about to prove that the PFA was extended for 3 years there, Ed.
Since we're on the subject of targeted patent,
John thinks that he just says that I brought receipts and proved it, and then him saying that makes it true.
I did.
What a fucking retard.
The video is
Oh,
titled.
jeez. Weedle.
The video is titled. You wanted proof? Here it is, Ed. You asked for proof. Here it is, Ed. That's the video. Because I literally, the whole video is receipt after receipt after receipt after receipt. A lot of the stuff we just talked about in here, the receipts are right in that video. But we're going to look at that video. I'm going to show you here.
Weedle. He's wheedling. All right, we'll look that up. Just for entertainment. Because him's smart. Something popped up right away. All right, you asked for it, John Boy.
I am curious.
Here we go. I'll give you the definition of wheedle.
Why does he have to ask the question, what is the definition of wheedle, when he has the access to the internet himself?
Because I don't know what the word wheedle means. Okay? And he is using the word wheedle. So I'm assuming that he knows what the definition is. Moron.
He can't look it up? Is he that fucking retarded?
You are so fucking retarded.
Dictionary. Use flattery or coaxing in order to persuade someone to do something or give one something. She wheedled her way to the guest list.
Yeah, I'm not wheedling.
Coax, persuade. What does wheedle mean in slang?
I don't think.
It's actually from
I don't think
UK.
my behavior qualifies as wheedling.
Irish people use that word a lot. All right, he's a wheedling. He's a wheedling from the bowels of Hades. Wiktionary. It's a word.
Ed thought it had something to do with marijuana.
Middle English, Old English. To be poor, be needy, be in want, beg. To wag one's tail.
He didn't think it was a real word, but he needed to ask somebody who he doesn't trust their validity.
I didn't think it was a real word. That's why I said, what's the definition of wheedle? Because I wanted him to look it up and not find the word. Because I didn't think it was a real word. You fucking moron.
Wheedle.
Makes a lot of sense there, John.
I do make a lot of sense.
Wheedle.
Why would you ask somebody that you don't believe what's something, the definition of a word, when you have access to the internet and you can just look it up?
Wheedle.
Because you're a moron, Ed. That's why. You're retarded, okay?
Wheedle.
Whenever you get past the 9th grade, maybe you'll understand some of
Him
these things.
smart. He's got a smartphone. So, do you believe in Yahusha, John?
Yahusha.
Is Yahusha
Do I
your
believe in him?
Yahusha? Who's the real God? Is it Yahweh or is it Jehovah?
God.
Or is it Yahusha?
How I define God is not one.
Yahweh, man.
God is not one person. Sorry. God, nobody can fully know God. Because God is everything and everywhere. That's what I believe God is.
That sounds like some hippie shit. John, are you a hippie?
Nope.
Was John ever a hippie?
No.
I suspected that might have been why he got kicked out of the National Guard. Because Chief Handler was making fun of him about that.
Yeah, he's
Said,
making up
you got
stuff too.
dishonorably discharged.
Lie.
Right.
I got a general discharge under honorable conditions.
Right. He knew that he figured out exactly how long he needed to stay so he could keep his.
He just makes, listen, he just completely makes this up. Right? How would you know that? If that was true, Ed, if what you're about to say is true, how would you even know this?
Sign-on bonus. He stayed that long and then did some drugs because he knew he could get out that way.
Yeah, that's why.
And then Chief said, yet another reason why you can't own a firearm.
Yes, I can.
Jeez, that's fucked up.
I'm looking at like 6 of them right now. I also have a concealed carry permit, and I carry every day. So they tried to take it from me, but I got my rights back, and I got my concealed carry back. So Chief Handler's a fucking moron. He's wrong. He's a liar. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I didn't get a dishonorable discharge. I got a general discharge under honorable conditions. And do I have to show you that paperwork too, you fucking moron?
And then he'll even quote the statute and everything. Because he knows all that shit by heart.
Yeah, but he's
He
lying.
does it all the time.
He's lying, though.
I thought just for that, I'm going to have to start doing that shit too. I'll give you guys the statute.
He said that several times, and
Well,
I've asked him.
I don't know if John has a medical marijuana card, but I just saw a article. In fact, I just posted on my community tab about how it is illegal
You believe everything you read, Ed, on the internet?
to have marijuana in your system and drive, and it's illegal.
So you read it. You heard an article, right? You saw an article, or did you read it? I don't think you read it. I think you saw a video. But did you look up the statute? Did you actually look up the law, or did you just believe what somebody told you?
Illegal to have a American medical marijuana card and own a firearm.
It's
Oh yeah.
it's against your Second Amendment rights. You cannot. You can't violate somebody's right to bear arms. That's illegal. That's against their constitutional rights. It's constitutionally protected. So all the laws that are on the books that take away somebody's right to own a firearm are illegal by definition. And if you pay attention and you look into it and do any research, you'll see that that's the direction we're going. When the left in the news, all they talk about is gun regulation, gun regulation, gun regulation, and they've been trying like hell, it's now going backwards. We're now moving closer to a true Second Amendment country.
Yeah, that's right. We have that over here too.
Yeah.
Because of the federal thing, you can't have a firearm if you got
So the deal is
in your house.
with that. If you have the weed card, you can't purchase a firearm while you're registered with that card. You could have it for a year and then let it lapse, then go buy a gun. And when you get the weed card, technically, according to the law, you're supposed to give up your firearms. You're supposed to relinquish your firearms when you get the weed card. But there's no laws on the books that gives anybody the right or jurisdiction to just come in and take them, right? You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to be protected in your person, place, and effects. And so the ATF can't knock on your door and say, give me your guns. You say, go fuck yourself, because they don't have jurisdiction. You understand? You don't have to answer questions. So when you learn your rights and you learn the laws, Ed, you get a lot more power, right? You could just be an idiot, like you will just be an idiot. You'll just believe what people tell you because you're a fucking bootlicking retard.
House.
Lick the boot, Ed. You've been licking
Oh,
boots
he
for
mad. He way mad.
fucking years.
What is he going to screen record my live stream again?
I did after the fact.
Are you going to screen record this, John?
I wasn't screen recording.
Are you screen recording this right now?
I'm sure he is.
Well, see, Ed dared me, right? He challenged me to post the receipts. So instead of just posting receipts and talking about it, I came back and I'm now recording this live stream a couple hours later, just so that I can, provide some context for the video whenever I provide the receipts that he challenged me to post. So that's why I'm doing it. I mean, when you challenge me, you literally dared me and challenged me to prove it. So how am I supposed to prove it without providing the context, right?
Because he doesn't have any content, so I guess I'm his content now.
I haven't made a video about you or my brother in God knows how long. I can't stand doing it. I hate it because nobody cares about you fucking idiots. I don't care about you idiots, but I'm not wired like it. I can't just allow disinformation to go and just ignore it. When somebody's lying about somebody, about anything, I feel compelled to set the record straight.
How many channels do you have, John? One,
Like
two.
three
How many
or four.
gang stalking channels do you got now?
I'm not a...
That's his alt.
Listen, that term, a gang stalking YouTube channel, doesn't even make sense. You can't gang stalk somebody online. You can harass them and bully them online, right? Slander them, defamation of character, but you can't gang stalk somebody online. We need to point that out. People need to understand gang stalking is not online. Gang stalking is a physical thing, right? where you're being stalked and harassed physically by a group of people with the same collective intent.
Where he made himself a backup.
Alert the proper authorities.
Yeah.
Who am I going to alert?
The proper authorities.
Yeah, John, are you?
He already has it out for you, John. You're a targeted individual.
No, he runs. No, he avoids me like the fucking plague.
I wonder if John realizes I did talk to Travis about him.
No, I don't wonder that. Why would I wonder if you talked to Travis about me? I'm sure a lot of people talk to Travis about me because half the fucking town watches my videos, but nobody will admit to watching it because they're all involved and implicated in the fucking gang stalking, right? Because they're all gang stalking pieces of shit. So, you know what happens? The cop avoids me like the fucking plague. And when I do see him, he's as nice as pie to me.
John, the stupid kid.
Look, I live rent-free and you fucks heads. You guys are doing a whole stream talking about nothing but me. It's all about me. So I must be important enough that, like, that important that you guys can't get off the subject, that you feel the need to spread a bunch of lies about me. I must be that threatening to you guys that you feel the need to come online and spread a bunch of lies about me. Like you're actually going to do anything. Like it's actually going to affect me. I think it's hilarious. I get entertainment out of this. Thank you.
Kid who smokes that crack.
Oh, and by the way, you also help. You're only helping me. You're helping my channel grow. So I thank you for that. Pretty catchy. That's a catchy tune. See, he wishes he could be like me, right? Ed, I challenge you, okay, to round up all the people that share the same views as you about me, okay? Round them all up, right? I just want to see some comments by people. I want to see people openly agreeing with you about me. That shouldn't be too hard, right? It shouldn't be too hard at all. I mean, you got all these people that think I'm crazy, all these people that think I'm such a bad character. You say that all these people think this about me and everything. So, do you mind? Can I hear from those people? Because I never hear anything from anybody but you and Donovan.
John's on the Patton Police's short list of potential terrorists.
I'm flattered. It is very flattering. That means people were
That
scared.
penguin.
That means people were like scared of me for some reason. I know you're fucking terrified of me, Ed, because I knocked your teeth out and gave you a black eye. And you're all butthurt. All you can do is call me a bitch, bitch, you bitch. anytime, anywhere. Yeah, how about not in the middle of Main Street, okay? As soon as you can, come on over, buddy.
Mr. Happy Flippers.
Fuck no, I don't have your back, John. You're a fucking shit person.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I ever have your back? Dude, you came to my show one time and tried to fight a woman, and I drug you outside and you punched me in the face for it.
That's
You're a
lie.
fucking turd.
That's not what happened there. Another lie. You stuck
But
your
the
nose-
magistrate loved it.
Oh, did he?
He was there.
I bet he did love it. He probably thought it was hilarious you walking back in with a black eye, you fucking retard.
He loved it when I did that. It was
Oh, yeah,
great.
he loved it when you did that. Ed, all you did was make yourself look like a moron. We walked out of the bar together, and then I gave you a black eye. That's all that happened, you fucking idiot. And then you cried to the owner to get me banned for life.
Terrorist.
You fucking retard.
Are you trying to terrorize me, John? Like he used to
Yeah,
terrorize
John
me all the time.
was screaming in a woman's face about some drug deal that didn't go well for him or whatever.
Was I? About some drug.
So I jumped over my drums.
So I'm in. Let me get this straight. I'm in a bar packed full of people, right? Down to the pub, screaming in a female's face about a drug deal that didn't go right. That sounds. Yeah, that sounds like. Yeah, sure. Do you realize how fucking retarded that sounds?
Drug him the fuck out of the pub.
Drug
He's
him
a
the
little
fuck out of the
bitch.
pub because he's a little bitch.
You didn't get tackled by Ron.
Yes, I did.
I drug you out of there before anybody fucking touched you, you bitch.
Hey, see, you just make up lies.
Dang, he's on a rampage.
Why do you think you're not allowed in the pub anymore, John?
Because you cried like a bitch.
Why aren't you allowed in the Legion anymore? Because you pass out there all fucked up on drugs?
Because my ex-girlfriend worked there, and I caught them trying to rip me off with gambling for $250, you fucking retard. And they didn't want to get in trouble. I literally, absolutely caught Shannon training the bartender, Damien, to rip people off with the rip-off boards, with the sign-up boards. And I caught them red-handed trying to steal $250 from me. I didn't mean to catch them. I wasn't investigating. It just they're so fucking retarded, it just happened. Right? And after I caught them, I didn't go around telling everybody, oh, they're stealing everybody's money. Anybody that I saw trying to play those tickets, I told them, I said, listen, this happened to me. I wouldn't play those tickets if I were you. And it got back to Shannon, and then my ex-girlfriend, what do you know, as soon as I stopped talking to her, within a week, I get a letter that was drawn up by Shannon. And she forged a letter and said, on behalf of the trustees knew nothing about it.
Yep.
They lied.
Because you're dealing drugs there? Yep.
Bunch of lies. More lies. It's fucking funny.
Come back to get your coat. You were literally engaged in screaming 2 fucking inches away from a woman's face.
Oh, was I?
When I grabbed you and drug you the fuck out of there,
Jumped
you
over
little
your
bitch.
bongos like a hero.
Dang.
Drug me out of there, right? Yeah, sure. Sure you did, Ed. That's funny. This is the first time I heard that story. It's the first time.
Why would I have your back when you're trying to fight a woman?
I'm trying to fight a woman.
Dude,
man.
you're the one that needed your ass kicked. You're lucky I didn't kick your ass.
I go around fighting women everywhere.
That was me having your back, making sure you didn't get fucking pummeled by those dudes.
How'd that work out for you?
They would have fucking killed you, John.
Who are you even talking about?
You're damn lucky I drug you out of there.
I'm damn lucky that I gave you a black eye, huh?
And you give me a
look.
fucking black eye for it. Suck a dick, John.
That's what you get.
Yeah, my brother just fucking died, man, and I can't even fucking do it.
When somebody tackles me by the pool table for no fucking reason, without any warning at all, and your own brother doesn't have your back, that's fucked up. That deserves 2 black eyes, if you ask me. And a punch in the mouth. You're lucky you didn't get more than that. Well, you're gonna get it. It just hasn't happened yet.
Deal with it right now.
I'm sorry about that, man. I hope this isn't like making you feel bad about it.
Oh, I'm just trying to
Here's
not think about it right now.
Here's Ed slandering, making up a bunch of lies about his brother, right? Not having his brother's back when he should have, right? Even if I was screaming in some woman's face, Ed, you should have your brother's back. That's how that works. You should always have your family's back, no matter what. How about after that, a couple years later, when Chris Zungala wanted to beat your face in the vets, right? I didn't know what the details were, but I had your back, didn't I? Didn't I?
Right now, because they're gonna probably call me later today and tell me, oh yeah, tomorrow, tomorrow we're gonna go deal with it tomorrow. We're gonna go to that feed tomorrow, and then we're gonna meet up, and then
several people that want to beat your face in, Ed.
figure out where to go from there.
John says, why did you end up with a black eye? Because whenever I went to walk back in the building, John acted like he was going to apologize to me.
For what?
Walked up to me. People were holding him back.
What would I apologize to you for? What would I have to apologize to you for? You see how stupid you sound? In order for me to even want to apologize to you, right, I would have had to have wronged you to begin with. So at this point, you just jumped over your bongos and drugged me out of the bar. Why would I be apologizing to you, Ed? Please help me out there with that.
back. And then he's like, no, I need to just apologize to my brother. And they let him go. He walked over and just punched me in the face.
That's not what happened at all.
Because he's a little fucking bitch.
Because I'm a bitch.
Oh, jeez.
Because I'm a bitch.
Just like the time whenever I took him home and I was trying to explain to him that there were people that were telling me they were going to call CYS on him for leaving his fucking kids out in the fucking street whenever they're little kids.
Fucking said that at all.
And then he got mad at me.
CYS said there was nothing to do with anybody else or CYS. We all went to the bar, and at the end of the night, me and my buddy was crashing at my house. Ed was driving drunk, and instead of just going home, right, he feels the need to come up on the porch. I'm trying to go in the house, and he proceeds at 2 a.m. is the best time for him to sit there and poke his finger in my chest, telling me I'm a bad dad. Over and over and over again. And I said, Ed, just go home, you're drunk. Go home, you're drunk. And he kept doing it. So I said, hey Ed, I'm telling you right now, if you don't shut your mouth, if you say it again, I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna knock your fucking teeth out. And I told you that. And you kept doing it. And then you kept doing it. And you kept doing it. Probably about 10 fucking times. And there was a witness there that watched the whole thing. Zemrus watched that whole thing go down. I'm not even exaggerating anything. He would probably tell the story a little bit, more. I think he said it was more like 20 times. But whenever you still wouldn't shut your fucking mouth, I had no choice. You left me no choice but to knock your fucking teeth out. So I punched you in the mouth and literally broke your dentures in half with one punch.
Mad at me for telling him he needs to step up and be a better fucking father. He punched me in the face because he didn't want to hear it.
So all these people that are going to call CYS on me, so what happened there? Why didn't they call CYS? What happened there? Because I knocked your teeth out? Is that why they didn't call CYS on me? Help me out there, Ed. Your stories never pan out. There's always cracks in discrepancies in your lies, okay? A person with half a brain and some critical thinking, logical thinking, a rational mind can just sit there and say, well, that doesn't make any sense. Because it doesn't make any fucking sense. So who was it? And why didn't they call CYS? I'm curious now.
Because he's a crybaby bitch.
Because I'm a crybaby bitch.
Anytime you want to fucking go around, John, let me know. I'll meet you anywhere you want.
As soon as possible. As soon as possible. On the levee.
Yeah, he used to terrorize me all the time.
On the way to St. Lawrence, okay? As soon as you cross the bridge at the bottom of St. Lawrence Hill, that levee right there, right? Take that levee, right in the middle of that levee, in between the train tracks, the trestle, and the road bridge, okay? On the other side of the creek, which would be out of the borough, okay? Right in the middle of that levee. Tomorrow, right before dark. So, say 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock in the middle of that levee. You said anytime, anywhere. Meet me there tomorrow at 4 o'clock. And don't bring a bunch of witnesses. Just you. Unless you're a bitch. You are a fucking bitch. Such a bitch. And I have several people that openly state that, and I can show you.
Bullshit.
Several people openly state that you're
I didn't know what you were fighting about until I went back in and found out that it was about drugs.
Oh, because a minute ago you said that you see me screaming in some bitch's face and you jumped over over your drums, over your bongos, and dragged me outside. That's what you just said. So now you're changing your story?
But I knew that you were screaming 2 inches away from a woman's face and you needed to get the fuck out of there before you got your ass kicked.
Oh, okay. Is that what happened?
Try to fucking change the reasoning.
Who got their ass
kicked? You little bitch.
Who?
Why would I have your back in that situation? Nobody should have your back when you're fighting a woman, you fucking bitch.
I never fought a woman. I fought you. You were the woman, Ed. You're the woman that I fought.
Yeah, you are a shit fucking father. Where's your son?
I don't know.
Why do people come up to me a fucking couple years ago asking me?
Why do you bring up kids? Why do you always bring up kids? You're a piece of shit. You are an absolute filth, trash, fucking rock bottom scum of the earth fucking piece of shit. Anybody who brings up kids into a dispute, innocent kids, right, needs their head smashed in. You need your fucking head smashed in with a ball peen hammer. You're a piece of shit. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that would agree with me on that. I'm not going to listen to you talk about my kids. You're a horrible piece of shit. I don't talk about my nephews. I don't talk about your kids.
It'd be a lot easier if you just hopped in fucking panel like a man instead of being a little bitch behind your fucking keyboard.
You little bitch. You didn't give me a link, you fucking moron. I said it like 5 times. You guys said it too. But what good's that going to do?
The cops never came to your house, so
No.
That's right, because it wasn't your place anymore. That apartment was vacant whenever you trespassed in it.
They never came to my
You
house.
got
They never came
hauled out of there.
They never came to my house. They never came to my apartment. They avoid me like the fucking plague, Ed. I'm telling you, they're terrified of me.
But you drug your son in there whenever you know.
Nope, lie. After they broke into my apartment unannounced without a warrant and arrested me at gunpoint in front of my son in my own apartment without a trespass, without the manager, without any documentation at all, and then had to release me in the parking lot, and then they told me don't come back. I didn't come back. I never went back there. I did not tell Ben to go there. He told me after the fact that he went there because he was afraid that his stuff was going to disappear because the door was supposed to be locked. We were assured that my stuff would not get taken, that I would still be able to get my stuff. We were assured, okay, by my lawyer and the judge in the court. We were assured of this, okay? And Ben had this strange feeling that the door was going to be left open and his stuff was going to disappear. He took it upon himself and went there, and the neighbor went up and helped him carry some stuff out. Thank God they did, because they got Papa's ashes out of there. My computer, my printer. Ben got some of his stuff, his PlayStation, my like a lot of crucial stuff. But they took 2 trips and took it down to the neighbor's house. They took my brand new $400 Wi-Fi air conditioner out of the window, and somebody must have saw them do that, because they went back up for the 3rd trip to get the air conditioner, and the door was locked. The fucking door was locked. So you tell me, it was unlocked when he went there. He started grabbing his stuff. He wasn't trespassed. That was his home. He's allowed to get his stuff. And then somebody locked him out. Wouldn't let him get his shit.
Oh, that you weren't allowed in there. So you made your son an accomplice to your illegal activity.
Illegal activity. Why didn't I get in trouble for it then, Ed?
The other link is in his other page's live stream. He's streaming it in 2 different places.
Why didn't I get in trouble for it, Ed, if it was illegal activity? Shouldn't I have gotten in some trouble for that then? Why did I go through the court system and it get dismissed then? Why did that happen? Help me out there, Ed. You fucking retard. You're so fucking stupid, dude. So stupid.
Yeah, another day. Another day.
He's that creepy uncle, man.
How do you like your new president?
Love it.
Who, me?
Love it.
Yeah,
He's not president yet.
Sure he is.
exactly. It's Biden. You
Yes,
gotta live with Biden.
yes, he is. They just haven't. They didn't confirm it yet.
When
but-
Carrie and Mark bought alcohol for your 14-year-old, where were you, John, whenever you left your daughter with people that bought them alcohol?
I didn't leave my daughter.
Whose fault is that? That's on you.
My daughter said she was staying at her friend's house and lied to me. Then went to Carrie's. My ex-wife and Carrie Stiles conspired behind my back to buy my 14-year-old daughter alcohol. 4 Locos and Mike's Harder lemonade. They were trying to kill her, I think. Seriously. So I have no problem admitting that my bad. I dropped the ball. And that's why whenever I did talk to Travis Schilling after he avoided me, I had to track him down. I asked him why, if he was going to call CYS, because I knew that CYS had to be called. I said, do you call or do I call? How's that work? Playing dumb. And he said he wouldn't call. He said, I don't get involved in family matters. That's what he said. He didn't say, well, it's your fault. You're a bad dad. No, he said, I don't get involved in family matters. He ignored the whole fucking thing. I got assaulted on the phone with 911. They furnished alcohol to my daughter and her friends. I have screenshots. I had the leftover alcohol. I have my daughter's confession. I got assaulted while on the phone with 911. What more do you fucking want? And they did nothing.
Just like Travis said, it's your fault. You're the one that failed as a parent if your daughter is drinking alcohol.
Yes, I did. I failed, and I learned from that mistake. That's the one and only time my daughter has ever lied to me. As a matter of fact, she didn't even lie to me. She said she was staying at her friend's house, but whenever I asked her the next day, she didn't lie to me. So even when she, even after the fact, she still didn't lie to me. So, I mean, you tell me how bad I failed as a parent. Kids do this shit. It doesn't matter how good of a parent you are. Kids are mischievous. Kids are gonna experiment. They're gonna do that shit. Your kid's innocent, Ed? You telling me your kid is just perfect? He's perfect. He doesn't do anything he's not supposed to do, right? Nothing at all, right? You're fooling yourself if you think that every kid doesn't do bad stuff at some point. So as a parent, I use those as learning experiences. Yep, I dropped the ball. It ain't ever gonna happen again, and it never fucking did.
You're the failure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's illegal. I got in so much trouble for that.
You failed to father properly.
Imagine doing it, having, being a single father with 2 kids, no mother, just me and 2 kids. Can you even imagine that, Ed? Your old lady works, takes care of you and the kids. You're just there. You don't have to do a fucking thing. You're just a fucking freeloader. That's all you do. They've never had to rely on you for anything in their fucking whole lives. If you were never there, they would get by just fine. Actually, even better. They would get by even better because they would have more money. I saw all the times where you withdrew money from the bank account. I saw the direct deposits from Kimmy, and then I saw the withdrawals from you, and then for every 3 times you withdrew money, you would deposit like a third of it back in there. And I went through the whole years of index cards that she filled out, Ed. You're just a drain. You did not contribute anything to your family. You do nothing but drag them down. And then you cheat on your old lady every chance you get.
And then when they raised the drinking age to 21, I was still, I already been in jail.
I witnessed you cheat on your old lady with Nikki Perino, and I was there whenever you banged my sister-in-law. You cheated on your old lady with my sister-in-law. Those are just the 2 that I know for sure that you cheated on your old lady. But how about when we went to Pittsburgh for St. Patty's Day and you sat there making out with Joan Kuntz on the couch all night in front of 15 people in the living room? Everybody was disgusted at you because you left Kimmy at home and you sat there making out with Joan Kuntz on the couch in the living room, and there was 15 people everywhere all around you. It was disgusting. You're a creep. Everybody's like, what the fuck is wrong with him? My ex-girlfriend told me how you used to creep on her all the time every time you played at the Legion. You go up and try to creep on her. You're a creep, Ed. That's
Illegal
what you
complaint.
are. You'll always be a creep.
Yeah,
Yes, Travis said that. You're the one that said it anyway, if I'm to believe you.
No, what are you talking about? Travis said I'm a failure as a father? I never said that. Never said that. He's never said that to me. And I've never said that. Because that's...
No, kids, look at how our childhood was, John. Yeah, of course kids go out and do things they're not supposed to do.
Yeah, you were 14, taking off all your clothes back tracks, getting drunk on Jenny Pounder saying, fuck me up the ass, fuck me up the ass. And from that day on, your nickname was Spread Cheeks, Ed. Right? You remember that? I was 13. I wasn't drinking. It was the first day of fishing. I couldn't stand it. So I didn't drink.
Most of the time, it's because their fucking parents are shitty.
What do you know? So you're calling your parents shitty parents? Is that what you're saying? You had shitty parents? It's funny, you like to blame all your problems on somebody else instead of taking any accountability whatsoever for yourself. You're going to learn it one way or another.
You let your kids run amok, and you don't fucking pay attention to them, and all you're worried about is
Hey, Ed, try raising 2 kids on your own once. Just you. By yourself. Try doing that. Let me know how that works out for you.
being on the fucking YouTube, and your kid goes running around stealing shit, fucking
Yep, I'm just on
stealing
YouTube.
drugs, getting in trouble fucking left and right.
Yep,
Whose fault's that? That's yours, John.
Here we go, talking about my kids again, right? You're a fucking piece of shit. Grow a spine.
And so where do you get the money to pay my mom's mortgage?
None of your business.
Where's that come from?
None of your business. Working. It came from working, Ed. You
Well,
should
it's
try
channels.
it.
Why did you
not-
mention about how you have to pay?
You should try it sometime. Working, it's good for you. You might lose some weight, fat ass. Try working a little bit. Try taking a walk. Just take a walk for once. You're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's not healthy. It's not good. But yeah, you should try it sometime. You work, you get paid for work. I don't have to tell you where my income comes from, fat ass.
Have to pay child support to the state, John, if you have your kid.
Here we go.
You're
Talking about my kids
It is-
again.
So our family has an honest income, John.
Our family has an honest income. You mean Kimmy has a paycheck from the dollar store? Kimmy gets a paycheck from the dollar store. That's it. That's it, according to you. Unless you have some other, obfuscated, source of income that you're not talking about, that you won't disclose. Like you're what you're doing right now on the internet, right? Because it's not just you doing it to me. There's a bunch of people doing exactly what you're doing to targeted individuals all over the country. And the patterns are all exactly the same. And the tactics are all exactly the same. And these people it makes no sense why all these people were doing this with no fear of getting in trouble at all. They all feel like they're completely protected, like there's no way they could get in trouble, right? So any monkey can see these patterns and realize that, oh, it's your job, right? That's what you're doing. It's your fucking job to spread lies on the internet and carry water for the pigs, for the cops, right? To protect them from getting in trouble for their corruption, their corrupt fucking law enforcement. And you are discrediting me because I'm a whistleblower, because I have information that would absolutely implicate the fucking cops in a crime. So you're their little fucking minion, their slave that we're going to throw under the bus whenever they're ready.
How do you pay? You said you pay my mom's bills. Where do you get the money?
None of your business, fat ass.
Answer that.
I steal it from you when you're sleeping.
Where do you get the money to pay my mom's bills if you don't have a job?
How do you know I don't have a job? How do you know I don't have a job?
That's a good question. Why do you post your fucking kids' information on the internet?
I don't post my
You
kids.
posted your
information
daughter
on the
saying she was
internet.
going to spit in my food.
And that brings us to this thing. I had a 3.5 hour live stream, okay? I didn't know it until about 3 hours in that my microphone wasn't working. I was talking for 3 fucking hours in my microphone. You couldn't hear a word I said at all, right? So the live stream was still going on. I didn't end it, but I realized nobody can hear me. Nobody was watching it, right? And so it was pointless. It was just a waste of 3 hours. And so it's running. And then my daughter comes home from work and she says, "Oh, guess who came out? Ed, Kimmy and the kids all came out to gang stalk my daughter at work. They did it at every place that she's worked. They would go there. This is what they do. They're fucking sick in the head. Like, people like this are psychotic. They really, really have something seriously wrong with their heads. And they're teaching their kids to do this too. Right? You want to talk shit on my kids, Ed? And, you know, I have refrained from talking about my nephews. You know, but it's just like, Gavin is an adult now. Or should I say Gabby? Because my nephew is no longer my nephew. I guess my nephew is now my niece, right? And that must come from your good parenting, right, Ed?
And
Luckily, I caught it so I could share it with everyone.
And he
So
told
they
me
know
that,
not to fucking go out to the Pirates Cove when she's working.
yeah,
Matter of fact, her boss, the owner of the Pirates Cove, and all of her co-workers actually gave her support. They took one look online at what you're doing, and they didn't know, there was no convincing needed. Her boss, Dana, came up to her and said, if you need anything at all, we're here for you. I looked online. He's clearly targeting you. He's clearly targeting you. There's nothing, you didn't do anything wrong. You know, they let her know. She was worried about it. But thankfully, she worked for really good people, and she's such an amazing person herself that she's just gonna get support no matter what. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna look down on her. It doesn't matter how many lies you tell about your niece. She's a great person, and you're just gonna get people, you know, against you for coming against her. You're a moron. Every time you make up a lie about your fucking niece, your amazing niece, right? They got that way because of my parenting, right? My horrible parenting, right? Anybody that hears you say these things, they're like, your brother's a fucking piece of shit, dude.
yeah, he told me that he showed his daughter my YouTube channel. I'm like, really? Well, she better not be underage.
What?
And he's like, why would you tell me that? And so I guess his daughter
What's
watches
that?
my channel. Well, he said that he showed his daughter my YouTube channel. So
Yeah,
that
she's 19.
So that
Boom. Yeah, I'm going around spreading all my kids' personal information online, right? Ed's sitting there saying how old my daughter is, right? You're wrong, though. She's 20, you fucking moron.
that she could see all the lies that people say about
Oh,
him.
that's right. It's none of your business. Well, you're living in my mom's house rent free. It is a little bit my business.
No, I'm not living here rent free.
You ever clean up that front yard?
What makes you think you know anything about my living situation? You're not here. I don't ever see you. You don't talk to mom. As a matter of fact, you doxed your own mother. You put her on Facebook with a bunch of lies. I'll show you the text messages of your own mother saying you're such a piece of shit, that you're such a lying piece of shit. Your own mother. She didn't think that before. And she's talking to you now because you're her son. Right? She doesn't get it. She doesn't understand why you're doing this. She doesn't understand what your fucking problem is. And she doesn't know how to fix it. She's really hurt about the things you said about her. Right? You really did her dirty. Your own fucking mother.
I ain't saying that you're paying bills. Yeah, no, he didn't clean up the front yard. No, there's tires sitting outside.
That's because my daughter just
What about
changed
those-
her fucking, put her winter tires on. And she didn't have chalk to mark her tires so she knows which way they go back on. So we left them sit there until we get the chalk, and it started raining. If you must know, if I have to explain it to you, why her tires were still sitting there, right there, up on the side of the sidewalk there. How do you even know that? You're such a creep. It's so fucking creepy that you even know that, you weirdo.
Those Mickeys.
There's still an open fucking pit there for 4 years.
Why don't you come help me? Help your mother with her house. You said anytime, anywhere. Why don't you come help me, Ed?
I have your fucking phone hat that came from your live stream.
You're a liar. That 3.5-hour live stream, you couldn't hear a word I fucking said. I played it back and listened to it. You couldn't hear my daughter either. So I'm just assuming, I'm guessing that you took the audio of her that 30-second clip, that 15-second clip of her, and you got it from the microphone of her phone or my phone, and just dubbed it into your little video there, because nothing else makes any sense. You couldn't hear a word I said the whole fucking live stream for 3.5 hours. So what the hell are you watching that you even caught it? That doesn't make sense. Again, Ed, your logic, your story isn't adding up. It doesn't make sense. Oh, you just happen to be watching a 3.5 hour live stream where you can't understand a word I'm saying, and you happen to be recording it when at the very end my daughter comes in for 15 seconds, and you just happen to get the only 15 seconds where you can hear anybody saying anything. Right? Sure. Oh, and by the way, somebody put Stormbreaker on my phone. I had the proof of that. I proved that in my videos. Stormbreaker was on my phone. Stormbreaker would give somebody, whoever did it, access to my microphone and my camera on my fucking phone remotely without me even knowing it. So you want to try again there, fat ass? You fucking liar.
So the burden of proof is on your fucking hand. You think I have your fucking phone hacked and listen to your conversations at home?
Absolutely. That's exactly what you're doing. At the beginning of this live stream, you just told me that the 700 Club is on my TV every day. How the fuck would you know that, Ed? Right? How the fuck do you know when Dad leaves his house? I have evidence of you being on his network. Retard. His network is hacked. Somebody did it. You're the only one driving past 3, 4, fucking 5 times a day, talking shit on him, right? Making up lies. And then I find a device on his network that says Ed's A14. Ed's A14. That was just earlier this year. So maybe that's just a coincidence though, right? There must be some other Ed, right? Just face it. Just give it up.
Yeah, your daughter's summer tires just laying around like trash.
No.
You didn't pack them up and put them away. They're just laying there. At least they were the other day.
Where do you pack up your tires, Ed? Where do you pack up your tires and put them away at? In my garage? I don't have a garage. They're tires, Ed. They're made to be outside. You're so fucking stupid, dude. It's entertaining. It really is.
You have the live. It's at the end.
No, it's not. You can't hear a word she says live. No, you can't.
I recorded it live. And that's
Really?
where you want me to repost it so you can watch it?
You posted a video.
Came right from your fucking live stream.
No, it was not. I could play the live stream. You can't hear a word she fucking says in it because
Can't hear her say anything.
No, my microphone
Really?
was fucked up, you retard.
I'll repost it then if you want to hear it.
My microphone was fucked up. You've posted it a dozen times already. Go ahead and post it again. Post it 24 more times. Post it on every social media platform you can find. Everybody needs to know how big of a piece of shit you are. So please, please post it again. You fucking idiot. I wish I had the video of Walt spitting in your face, because I would get satisfaction out of watching that over and over again. When Walt spit that loogie right in your fucking face.
You can't hear anything. No, because you were mumbling the whole time because you were probably fucked up on opiates.
Oh, yeah, right. Sure I am.
Fucking 3 hour and some long fucking live stream. And you just mumbling.
But you're watching it for some reason. I don't know why. That's weird, right? Why are you watching a 3 hour live stream when you can't understand?
Nodding out on fucking drugs.
Oh, yeah, I'm nodding out on drugs, yep. Hey, Ed, you're convincing a whole bunch of people, buddy. Keep going. Keep going. Am I a crackhead or am I nodding out? Which is it?
Should have seen what his apartment looked like after they vacated him. It was awful.
He didn't step a foot in the last 3 fucking places I lived, including my apartment. Ever. He wouldn't come to my house. He wouldn't step foot. 911 Beach Avenue. When I lived at 2 different places with Zemros, you didn't step foot in there. The last place that you fucking came in
over a decade. Like what kind
was
of drugs?
when me and Ashley lived in Altoona, because you'd come down there so you could cheat on Kimmy, and you'd crash at our apartment. After that, and then Pine Avenue, 424 Pine Avenue. That's where you cheated on Kimmy with Nikki Perino. You couldn't even wait until we went upstairs. You were fucking doing it in the living room before we could even fucking leave the living room and go upstairs. You're that much of a fucking creep. But after that, you never stepped foot in my apartment, my house, anywhere I lived, ever.
Yeah, you done pissed him off.
So how the fuck would you know?
He got mad.
It's because he's a fucking moron.
See what you done did?
No,
Yeah, he wasn't having it no more.
He did it.
That's
He's the one that brought the shit up. He's the one that
It
brings
almost looks like I'm probably going to have to...
Every time he brings up something and makes up a lie, I'm going to set the record straight. So just understand that. I don't go around just saying the truth about everything for no reason. I only say it because he's making up lies. When he makes up a lie, I will set the record straight every fucking time. And when it paints you in a bad light, don't get butthurt, you little bitch.
Ban John from the chat, and I got to get on my other thing. I'll take...
So he's going to ban me from the chat.
Deal with that later. But for now, let's look at had one eviction where they took me to court, you know, because I said fuck it, it was an illegal eviction, and I suspect that.
He goes on and on and on of Ed in the chat. Now Ed's a keyboard warrior too, and he continues to try to spread lies in the chat, but I can type faster than him, so he's a moron. Again, it's entertaining. So I'm just fast forwarding through it. It's nothing that everybody hasn't heard a million times already. If you think you missed something, go back and watch Donovan's live stream, and you can read the chats. It's just the same old fucking shit. He just makes up different lies. He's such a fucking a hypocrite that he forgets the lies that he tells. That's pretty bad. It's sad that, you know, you really need to get help, Ed. No balls. Neither do you. Remember, we got our balls snipped together. Here we go. But then I came up and talked to Donovan like a normal fucking human being.
Something was coming. And I was just not willing to... Oh, there he is.
You hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you loud and clear. You want to explain why... what makes Toby a genuinely good person besides Toby?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't see my my microphone bar going up and down. Sorry, go ahead.
Can you see the comment?
Yeah, I just jumped in here, so I haven't been paying attention the last 2-3 minutes here. John should come up on panel and explain what makes Toby a genuinely good person. I did in the chat. I said one word, intent.
But do you believe that he's Bluffy the Narc Slayer? Like, you used to make fun of him.
I spoke on that on a video. I said if I had to guess, I would say there was some things that pointed to yeah, I did think it was Bluffy the Narc Slayer. But if I had to put any money on it or anything, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? I don't have enough to confidently say that was Bluffy. But there are things that caught my attention. You know what I mean? And I said that in the video too.
So how was he able to get on her live stream and talk to her live in real time?
I mean, I can hypothetically think of a scenario where one person could make that happen.
I seriously
I didn't hear this. Is there? Do you have the video? Like, could I? Can you
I'll play it right now. And he was just on. He was just on my channel a couple days ago, like about a week ago.
Like, I could take an AI voice changer, make a video, a one-sided conversation, and then go back in and use an AI voice changer and dub in the other person myself and make it sound like a natural conversation.
That sounds like total
you know
horseshit.
what I mean? You know what I mean, though? I mean, that's
No.
what made, like, you catch people talking to themselves on multiple accounts in the chat. It's the same deal. It's just a little harder to do.
Most people don't watch them. They just go straight to the comments to see if anybody is calling him out for being the, piece of shit that he truly is. And it happens a lot. But anyways, his whole thing is just, it makes no fucking sense.
Look, she's on her phone and she's recording.
See? He slipped up. He said she's on her phone, she's recording. Oh, I think he's talking about Bluffy. But anyway, that one word, okay? This is an AI voice changer. He's saying this is a guy. I'm saying it's a girl. Now, if it is a girl and they're trying to say it's a guy, then I do think it's Bluffy, because why are you trying to hide the fact that it's a girl or a guy? You would only be doing that if you're, if you are trying to do damage control. Listen to this word. Anyways, I think is what it is. Listen.
And it happens a lot. But anyways, his whole thing is just...
Does that sound like a guy to you? Anyways, like, I can't picture a guy saying that word like that. That absolutely sounds like a chick. Absolutely sounds like a chick. Like, I wasn't sure before that, but after that, after listening to this live stream and this conversation, I am now convinced that is Bluffy. And I said this in the video that I made about it. I said, by you coming out and trying to pull one of these fucking schemes like this to do damage control, you actually don't do yourself any favors. You actually make it look like you now look more guilty than you did before. So this stuff is fucking entertaining, how stupid people are.
It makes no fucking sense.
Look, she's on her phone and she's recording herself. I mean, she's literally live on the phone.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Pointing the camera at the ground while he's on a computer.
How do you know? He could be on a phone too.
How do you know he's on a computer? He could be on a phone.
Goofy. Like, I don't relax. Sleep.
Yeah, see, the fact that Donovan said that, there's no evidence to even suggest that he's on a computer, that he couldn't do that off a phone. But he points that out because stupid people are easy to trick, right? Stupid people are easy to manipulate. Look, one's on a phone, one's on a computer. And people like my brother Ed would be like, I watched a video where they showed it, they proved it, man. I saw it with my own eyes. But he's a moron, so he just believed what he heard, you know what I mean?
Well, think about this. Pause it for a second, Donovan. I just think of it like this. If it was Bluffy, she would be doing everything she could to make it look like it wasn't her, right? Damage control. So, I mean, if it were me, right? If I were both people and I wanted to convince people that it wasn't me, I would create a live stream and make it look like I was talking to the person in the live stream. That's what I would do, So
that's logic. That's rational.
You know what I mean? So that doesn't.
He just called you a shill. He just called you a shill.
The only way to prove it would be to have the actual video.
See, the kids.
And see, stuff like this is funny to people like Donovan. I missed it. Like, did I miss something over my head? I don't understand what the fuck was funny about that. He called me a shill. Like, why is that funny? He's a moron. She's a moron. Whatever. You could call me insults until you're blue in the face. I don't find the humor in it. I think it's retarded, and I think you're immature.
Friggin' genius. I swear.
Genius.
I think it's a girl. The way the person just said the one word that they just said. I've never heard a guy speak like that. If you rewind it about 30 seconds, I forget what word it was. It sounds like a girl.
He's not gonna do it though.
Was he born in a barn?
And there's my brother says, "Of course you would do that, ha 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 ha, like it's funny or something." If it were me, it's a hypothetical, you retard. Of course I would do that. No, I wouldn't do that because I wouldn't try to pretend like I was two different people. I'm just me. I've always just been me. I don't troll people. I don't spread disinformation. I don't try to deceive people or manipulate people. I don't do those deceptive fucking weird games that you guys do. That's all you guys do.
Seriously, was he born in a barn?
Me?
Yeah. Was you born in a barn?
Yeah, Donovan, I was born in a
I-
barn.
not
Sure.
mine. No, I don't
Sure.
think so.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Well,
why?
well, let me ask your brother. Hey, Ed, was John born in a barn? You know, with farm animals and hay and chickens and goats and pigs and horses. You know, that sort of thing.
I'm waiting for the punchline. What are you
He says
getting at?
he says that you're playing dumb.
No, I don't
He's
play dumb.
here. He's here right now. He's watching your ass.
I see
Yeah.
that.
And he doesn't like you.
Like whenever I watch your streams back, Donovan, I know you try to like push a certain narrative, but I watch it back and try to put myself in a position of somebody who doesn't really know, and then I try to believe what you're saying, and I can't even do it. Like you're like a bad actor.
I'm not an actor.
Like when you and Ed were talking on stream, some of the things that you know, like he was just spouting a bunch of lies. He literally like makes up. I'll give him credit. He has some creativity. He's actually gotten a little better with some of his lies. Like the pub thing where he said that I yelled in a girl's face and attacked a female. I never even talked to that woman the entire night. I went in there.
Well, you were drunk, right? I mean,
I wasn't even drunk. It was. I went in a week before this. This chick took me home from the bar. Okay. And it happens to be my neighbor from the apartments I lived in, her daughter. But anyway, first time I met her, she took me home. So then a week later, as a gentleman, I texted her and I said, hey, you know, if you ever want to catch up and get a bite to eat or something, just hit me up. And here she was already seeing somebody else that didn't like me at all, fucking hated me. So when he saw that me text her, he learned that he got my sloppy seconds already. Then he got all pissed and wanted to kick my ass. So a week later, I go to the pub, and his best friend's down there, and so is that chick. So he immediately approached me outside in the patio, and he said, hey, do yourself a favor, lose her number. I said, buddy, it's already gone. I have no intention of talking to her at all. I don't want any problems with, you know, the other guy. And she's a nut, you know what I mean? I don't have any... You know, I was just trying to be polite whenever I texted her, just, you know, be nice. I didn't want to just blow her off, you know what I mean? Be that guy. So I said, it's no problem there. And I did not see her. I did not even look at her, didn't talk to her the entire night. So I come in from outside, they have a patio, and I was smoking a cigarette outside. And when I walked in the door, I get tackled from the side by this guy, the same guy that told me to lose her number. Now he had a pretty good jag on, so I don't blame him. He was basically egged on to do that by that chick. That chick was in his ear, running her mouth about me all night. I didn't even know it until afterwards. I found out after the fact. I had no idea that any of this was even going on. So when he tackled me, they kicked us both out. So we both left. And then I got outside, and it was a little bit chilly out, and I had to walk home, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot my coat. So I go back inside to get my coat. I had to go all the way back in through the bar into the patio to get my coat. It was out in the patio. And I come back through with my coat, and I stopped on the way and was talking to somebody on the way out. Like, there was no issue. I wasn't, never gotten any confrontation with any female whatsoever. And my brother was playing the bongos. He was the entertainment at the bar that night. He comes out of nowhere, comes up to me, grabs my arm, and he's like, every time you go out anywhere, you cause problems. You were kicked out of here. You were kicked out of here. And starts to try to drag me out the door. And I'm like, what are you doing, dude? I was like, why do you need to get involved? This has nothing to do with you, first of all. Second of all, you're my brother. Why wouldn't you have my back? Rather, you're going to be a guy that tries to throw me out. The owner was sitting there too. He was at the other end of the bar. He wasn't even trying to kick me out. Nobody, my brother was the only person that decided to try to forcefully remove me from the bar. So we get outside, and right before we got outside, I said, dude, if that was me, if that was you, I said, I wouldn't have asked any questions. I'd have been on his ass, you know, no questions asked, you know. I worried about what the problem was later. I would have had your back. He said, I don't even know what you guys were fighting about. And when he said that, that really pissed me off, and I punched him, gave him a black eye. And then he went in and cried to the owner, and then they banned me for life. That's the honest to God truth, 100% truth. So everything he's saying is bullshit.
Okay, well, this young man here has a question for you. He wants to know why you won't answer the original question is, why is Toby a genuinely good person besides a vague answer of intent?
Well, everything's perspective. From my perspective, her intent is to get the people that are doing the online bullying and the online harassment and the incessant harassment. She trolls them back. I don't necessarily agree with her approach. It's not my approach. Put it that way.
Isn't that what you used to do on TI News when you guys used to harass?
I didn't do that. You can go back and watch all the videos. I didn't do that. I just happened to be on his panel a couple times, Donovan. You know that.
Dana Kane and Alice Dark and
that was Angels and Will. I was on the one stream. I didn't even know what was going on. I was like, what is going on? And Sharon. I didn't even like it. I didn't agree with it.
And Sharon too. I forgot about Sharon.
And all I knew of Sharon was it was Will's ex.
No, that wasn't her ex. They weren't even together. That was Dana. That was Dana.
No, Sharon was Will's ex before, like from years before, wasn't she?
No, that was Dana.
I know who Dana is. I was around whenever he met Dana.
No, Sharon was being gang stalked by the Wolfpack.
Wasn't Sharon hippie chick?
Yeah, and she sent Will, because she thought Will was her friend at first. He sent Will to go infiltrate the Wolfpack, and then the Wolfpack turned Will against Sharon, and then he ended up joining the Wolfpack, and that's how TI News got started.
I just learned what the Wolfpack was just recently. I hear you guys talk about it all the time, saying I'm a part of the Wolfpack. I'm like, I remember it from.
Remember how
Will didn't go join the fucking drama club until after any interaction I had with him. So everything I knew about Will happened prior to him going to the drama community, right? But I had already known about Sharon, and I had already known that is his ex. That was his ex, and his ex was gang stalking him. But then they ended up calling a truce, right? And Will was getting along with Sharon then. They let bygones be bygones because that Wolfpack, the same people that they were gang stalking Will, the group of people that was gang stalking Will, they turned on Sharon. So Will got along with Sharon. They called a truce or whatever, and he was going to help her. So he started hanging out with the drama community because of that, and then he enjoyed it too much. So because he enjoyed it too much, he didn't turn on Sharon or whatever. He just he turned on all the TIs and everything. That was the end of TI News. That's not when TI News was started. That was literally the end of TI News.
Movie, but I just recently watched a video and learned what the Wolfpack was.
Well, you remember when Toby
the drama gang, the greenhorns and shit.
And then when Toby was trying to copy me by saying that Reformed Stoic is running a wolf gang against her, there ain't no fucking wolf gang. She copied that from me.
I don't follow it that much, to be honest. The only times I talk to Toby's when you see me talking to her on a panel.
She's just like hallucinating from the drugs, those strange drugs.
From my perspective, she's just trolling you back. It's like
that's not trolling. That's harassing.
Oh, is it?
That's not trolling. She can't even make me fucking laugh.
Well, what would you be happy with the result? Like what result are you after? I'm just curious. Like, what is your intent? Because
I got family that lives in Oregon. I got a cousin that lives there, a female cousin.
So you think if you forgot and never mentioned her name again, that she would do the same to you?
Well, what would happen if I sent my cousin to go tell her to knock that shit off?
Well, then something bad, retaliation is going to happen. It's not going to end well. Like, an eye for an eye.
I don't want to have to do that because I got another cousin. Because I got another cousin that's in a gang. He's a gangster.
I would, my advice, I would just
But I'm not in a gang.
Try to forget about her and not talk about her or watch her any of her videos or do anything for at least a week, and then I bet you never have to worry about her again.
Okay. The young man has another question for you. Patton's answer. Why don't you?
But see, that's not what he wants. He wants to keep, because he is the one that has been harassing Toby You know what I mean? And then they call the target the stalker. That's what they do. All they do is project and mirror, right? But they are the gang stalkers. That's why you see this Nerves of Demon Terror, whoever this fucker is, another fake fucking weirdo. It's why they mask their identity. It's why they use an AI voice changer, because it's fucking Bluffy, right? And Bluffy attacks Toby as well. That's why Bluffy, or Nerves of Demon Terror, is now fucking buddy with fucking Donovan. And so is my brother. My brother joined in on that gang as well. What do you know?
Tell that to him.
Yeah, I am, young lady. Did you figure out the mattress store conspiracy?
What the fuck you talking about?
He said on the live stream with me and Strongest Boss and Nerve Gorilla was on it. He said that the mattress stores are a psyop because they put them next to each other. There's 2 mattress stores next to each other everywhere in every city, and he thinks it's a conspiracy. It's a front for something, he said. And I just thought it was funny. So I said, well, you got to do an investigation. You got to sit there all day. And he said he never sees anybody buying mattresses. So I said, well, they probably buy them online and they deliver them in trucks, you know, out the bed. It's not like they carry the mattress out the front door, but to find out, he would have to sit there all day and he'd have to watch and see if anybody's buying mattresses. And I've been waiting. I keep asking, but
he just dissed you again. He called you a moron.
I get called names all the time. I don't really care.
Was it trolling when Toby went to the FBI and filing false reports?
No, that was her. That was her reporting what she thought, her perspective of crime. She was reporting what she believed to be crime.
See,
it's not being a narc, and it's not being trolling, and it's not. I don't even find it retaliatory. It's just trying to end it. You know what I mean?
So you're saying that what she's doing is not narking?
Narking is when the cops get a hold of somebody, right, and they give them information, and they're on paper, but they don't tell anybody about it. They don't go out and say, "Oh, I told the cops this," or "I reported this crime." There's just people reporting crimes. And come on, narcs don't go around bragging that they talk to the cops, right? So there's no way to really tell if somebody's a narc unless that goes to court and they have to testify. You know.
All right, well.
Around somebody's discovery.
You just like my answers.
All right, Ryan, just make more videos about him.
I just keep hearing, yeah, go ahead. You give me more viewers to my channel. I keep hearing people saying that, like, for public safety is a narc because he was providing information to the FBI on government corruption. And there's a bunch of people calling him a narc. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, you want the corruption then? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. He's like, that's not what a narc is.
Just answer the question, John.
What's the question? What's the question? Was it trolling when Toby went to the FBI? I said no. I said she went and reported crimes. If she filed false reports, then they would charge her for filing false police reports.
What fucking crimes are happening up here? Where's all the satanic human sex trafficking?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't see what she reported. I didn't get the criminal complaint. Like, you can do a records request and get it.
Did I ever do any witchcraft on you?
I don't necessarily believe in witchcraft. I don't know if you did. I don't know if you did or not. I wouldn't be able to recognize it if I saw it.
Did I ever do an IP2 pig ritual on you?
I don't know. Did you?
What the fuck is that?
I have no idea.
Trying to end it.
Trying to end what?
You see, he's trying to get anything he can
I'm waiting
out
for
of
him.
me.
Trying to end it. Yeah, trying to end the harassment, the back and forth. That like Ed, still to this day, he just put a video up the other day talking about my daughter again. And I haven't talked about him. I haven't made a video about him and for how long? But yet he still continues to do this. It's like, my daughter is, she was just drawing up a cease and desist letter to send to him. And I'm making plans to go to the cops because it's been 4 years and he still isn't fucking quitting. This is ridiculous. I don't want him to look like a piece of shit. But he makes up the lies. It doesn't matter. If he watches himself back, everybody I talk to sees what he says. I don't try to convince them one way or another. They all say, your brother's a piece of shit, dude. It's really clear, that he's, like, everything he's doing is just, he's a rotten human being.
It doesn't sound like it.
You know what I mean? Well, You know, he can come on a panel without showing his face and say a bunch of stuff without showing any evidence or receipts. He's a good liar, I guess. He's been doing it for a long time. He's been lying to his old lady shit for the last 20 years.
Was it genuinely good when?
So
Was it genuinely good when Toby made up the lie that chief handler is Andrew Malmgren? And now insane people trying to get Andrew?
was what genuinely good? It depends on her intent.
What do you mean?
Intent is everything. Now she would have to. She's the only one that knows her intent. Was her intentions to cause problems for that person, or was she just trying to figure out her own mystery? You know, she has these people that she don't know who they are. They're anonymous, right? And she's just putting out her speculations, right? It's not like she had proof of it, right? So, like, who really cares, or who really even believe it? You know, it's like, this is like immature shit, you know?
So you're saying that Toby doesn't harass people online?
Troll or harass?
Both.
You guys seem to have a distinction between the two, right?
Look at this.
Where's the line drawn?
Are you seeing this? See, when I zoom in on this bullshit, what am I looking at here?
You still looking at Toby shit? I don't know.
I'm looking at chief handler.
Okay. And
Hold on, I'm not there yet. Just wait.
okay.
Okay, look. Who's this motherfucker? Whose mugshot is that?
It's Damon Wayans.
No, on this channel. Chief handler is Andrew Malmgren.
Okay.
Whose mugshot is that?
I don't know. Is that you?
Why is this motherfucker using somebody's mugshot that's not his?
I don't know.
What kind of shit is that?
There's all kinds of people that do it to me, you know.
Didn't Will Orth used to do the same fucking thing?
I don't know. I believe he did.
You want to act like
I don't
You
know.
want to act like you don't fucking remember?
No, I
Didn't
don't
she-
know. This is when
didn't
I
she-
first came to the community. Listen, Donovan, I was pretty naive. The first place I went was TI News. Okay, and I didn't even know that people did all this weird, crazy stuff on YouTube, like the stuff that Will was doing. And then it did become apparent to me that Will has stock accounts, and he would go and troll people in the chat and stuff, and use, you know. But I see a bunch of other people doing it like it's fair game on YouTube. Like that's not something that's not gang stalking, and that's not.
Okay, what is this? What is
Yeah.
this?
It's just.
Are you telling me that? So you're saying that this is not gang stalking, but this is trolling by putting somebody's address and
I
their
don't
phone
know,
number?
that's doxing, isn't it? Isn't that doxing? Now, is doxing illegal?
You tell me.
I don't know. I'm asking you because I don't know. Like I literally, I'm new to this stuff.
How am I
I'm
supposed to
learning.
know?
I'm learning on my own as I go. Well, I've heard people say that doxing is illegal, but then at the same time, if it's public information that you can get on, you know, through public records and stuff, then it's, why would it be illegal? You'd have to include some kind of intent there, you know, like intent to harass or whatever. You'd have to prove that in court for it to be illegal. But doxing, it's by itself, just doxing somebody's private information.
Do you agree with Toby that Nerve Gorilla is a good person that puts TIs in their place?
No. I believe he's a good person to some people, but I believe he's an absolute ass clown and a piece of shit to TIs because he has a preconceived notion of TIs. He judges them without getting to know them, without giving them the benefit of the doubt. See, everything's perspective, you know, like Travis Schilling, I think he's a piece of shit. He's a corrupt piece of shit, chief of police. But other people, and I believe them when they say he's actually a laid back, pretty chill chief of police, and he cuts people breaks. And I believe that because he does do that for some people, but that doesn't mean that he's like that towards me. But when you have a chief of police, if you know, they can't be like that to anybody, or else they're a piece of shit cop in my eyes. So, you have any more questions?
Let's ask your brother.
My brother just makes up lies.
He wants to know, what did I post about your daughter?
You just reposted the video with the thumbnail showing Henry parked in Dad's driveway the other day. You took a picture. You drove past. Dad said you've been driving by like 3 times a day, Ed. You still give it up, Ed. Get a hobby. He's like driving past my dad's house like 3 times a day, and then he takes a picture of my pedophile brother. I don't talk to him, right? I don't want to see the guy. I don't want anything to fucking do with him. But my dad, I'm not going to go hold it against him if he wants to talk to his son. I told him I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want nothing to do with it. He respects that. So we have an understanding, you know what I mean? But I don't condemn somebody because they talk to somebody I don't like, you know what I mean? And now, so I guess I found out because Ed drove past, took his picture, and posted a thumbnail with the pedophile brothers, Megan's Law information, and his vehicle information. But he also then put my dad's personal, took a picture of my dad's driveway and his house and everything else. He took a picture of his own mother's house and doxed his own mother just to attack me, right? It tells you what kind of person he is. Have I ever went out of my way and posted pictures of your house, Ed, as thumbnails, and went over to your house just to record your house and put it on YouTube just to get to you? No. And believe me, I have every, it would be justified if I did. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get any satisfaction out of doing that. Plus, my nephews live there, and I'm not going to do something that's going to bring them, a negative outcome because of your dumbass actions, Ed. You know what you posted, Ed. You posted a video of me walking my dog, right? And then at the end, you said, you literally raped your daughter, then you invited him to a party. What the fuck is wrong with you? And you posted that on YouTube, Ed. And if you play the whatever the subtitle or what do they call it? The subtitles or whatever. If you play the closed caption, it actually says, and it sounds like, this is what it sounds like. That's why I turned the closed captions on to see what it said. And so the closed captions reads, "You raped your daughter, and then you invited him up to a party. What the fuck's wrong?" So it sounds like he said that. He knows what he said. He knows why he made it sound like that. And then he insinuates that in the comments in the video to people I don't even know. I don't even know these people. And he's going around spreading lies about me on the internet and about my daughter. So I'm just wondering, why are you doing that, Ed? Any idea? I'm just wondering why you're doing that. Yeah, one time when I was walking my dog and I said, yeah, here's where my gang-stalking brother lives, because you were hiding in your yard around the corner at night recording me when I was walking by with my dog, and I happened to see you like hiding in your yard recording me like a weirdo. And this is after you've driven down into my driveway and driven past the house here several times, never stopping one single time. Hell, you drove past here like 3 or 4 times just when I went to get my pistol back from the police department. You also pulled into the police department because you knew I was going there. Like I have so much evidence of you gang stalking me, literally gang stalking me. You've admitted to it, Ed. I have never. I wouldn't waste my time to go out of my way to go gang stalk you or to try to get to you. I don't know how that kind of behavior brings satisfaction to somebody. What is wrong with you? You know what I mean? There's something seriously wrong with your head. If you do this for some kind of weird sick self-satisfaction, you need to go get help. You really do. Talk to a therapist. You have some problems you need to let go of, you know? You still there, Donovan?
Yeah.
Right on.
I'm waiting for
I'm
Ryan.
sorry about your brother, Donovan. Life's too fucking short to fight with family. If you watch any of my videos where I talk about my brother, yeah, I'm mad about the stuff he's doing. But I always come back to the same general point. It's a message to my brother to get the hint, like, just knock it off for your sake. I don't do it because I like seeing other people look down upon him. You know what I mean? I do it so he sees himself. So he's like, oh, I better stop doing that, you know? But he never does. He never does. It blows my mind. What really blows my mind is that nobody else points it out to him personally. Like, I can't believe his own kids, because I guarantee his kids are more mature than he is.
So tell me about Bat Tiger. What do you think about Bat Tiger?
I don't know that much. I just think that video was kind of, it was like I don't know, it was that was him in the mask, right?
Yeah, that was him.
I thought it was like a skit from WWF or WWE wrestling thing or something.
Basically, you know, just no sell. You know, I will no sell all that dumb shit that they throw at me. It's just little kid shit.
Right.
These guys don't know how to fucking act. You know,
Right.
I'm not going to tolerate it no more. That's just the thing.
So what do you plan on doing?
Beating them up, my bare hands,
Well, that's
slapping him around like a little bitch.
it's one way to deal with it, but you think that'll solve the problem?
If it don't, then I have to go to his parents because they're the ones that are responsible for his dumb ass.
But don't you think they're going to support him?
Oh, they're already watching his channel. Trust me, I know.
Right. But I know a lot of people that are, you know, piece of shit people who have piece of shit parents. They, at the end of the day, they end up, you know, I just, depends on the person, right? Depends on the parents.
Yeah, I think he's got like fetal alcohol syndrome or something. So.
Who's that?
Bat Tiger.
Oh, why?
I mean,
he's a little slower with reading and writing, right? Or reading.
I don't think he even knows how to read or write. I'm surprised he could even drive a car.
He's mad at me because you out of shape. Fuck that fat bitch too. Bash my bitch. That motherfucker better either have you or leave me the fuck alone.
See, there's a demon terror. I don't know what to believe.
Targeted patterns of fake targeted individuals. Fuck that motherfucker too. And motherfucker, stop coming on my comments, comment on my shit, talking about saying some shit about the problem. Targeted pattern, the bitch.
Yeah, that was after Bluffy.
Motherfuckers ain't bringing TIs together.
After Bluffy busted her door down.
Talking. And when I was
After Buffy busted her door down, and he was sitting there saying, "Oh, you're mentally ill. You're mentally ill." I left a comment saying, "That's the kind of stuff that we need to get away from. Calling each other mentally ill. That's what, you know. That's it. If you're targeted, that's what they want to fucking, you know, label you as mentally ill. So why are TIs calling each other mentally ill?" So I said something like that in his comments. He didn't like it. And
what kind of mentally ill shit is this?
Bluffy and Donovan Sholtis, you will pay for your sins. Especially you, Donovan, bitch ass Sholtis. You said you wanted to see my face. Well, this here is my face. And as you can see, it's me, Death Reaper. You gotta understand is that you, Donovan, you will pay for your sins. You're nothing but a bitch. You're nothing but a faggot. You probably got fucked by Bluffy for all we know.
You mute me for, asshole. Why do you have to watch this all the way through every time?
There's one thing you should understand. You will pay for your sins. Now when you do, you realize you and Fluffy will fall.
Well, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take off. I've seen this 2 or 3 too many times already.
You will pay for your sins, targeted Patton.
Why do you keep playing it the whole way through? Do you enjoy watching it or something?
Because you will pay for your sins, John Boy.
It's like nails on a chalkboard, to be honest. But
you will pay for your sins.
What do you think about my answer? Nerves of Demon Terror said about my answer.
He will pay for his sins too.
All right, have a good one.
And so you, unaverage Joe, you will pay for your sins. I know, right? Fuck that guy. You know, I had to drive him out of here some way because he was just fucking. I couldn't get him to go. I couldn't get him to fucking leave. So I thought, okay, so now I know what. All I have to do is just play that video. And
Well, you kept asking me questions, dude. What do you mean? You didn't even. You would jump from one subject to the next before I even got a full answer out. You asked me a question, I try to answer it, and then you jump to another subject. When would I have an opportunity to fucking leave? You weren't trying to get me to leave. You were just trying to get me to answer the way you wanted me to answer. And when it wasn't working out for you, then you wanted me to leave. But you could have done it like a normal person, you know, and said, okay, well, I got shit to do, you know, my brother just passed away, I'm not going to, you know, I'm gonna start wrapping this up. And I'd have been like, all right, deuces. But you're a weirdo and you got to do that fucking weird childish shit.
And that'll drive everybody fucking batshit. Fucking no leave. You know, tell me that's not some fucking mentally ill shit.
No, I don't. I think he's just
crazy shit. Crazy.
No, it's not. I just said about that.
And I know she's watching. John knows she's watching too.
She's watching now. She's a paid federal perp. Really?
I actually don't think she is.
She's watching now. She's a paid federal perp. Really?
You're the obsessed one, Donovan. Look at her channel.
Oh yeah.
Look at your channel.
Yeah, he's a
No, he didn't.
He's part of the whole abomination.
You see, that right there's a lie. I never spoke on Night Tiger ever on anything. I never said he's a good person and smart. Now, I'm not saying that he's not a good person. He's not smart either. I just that didn't happen. I never said that. They just fucking lied.
Of desolation. He's a big fan of Hussein. I heard that's what they call him. They don't call him by his first name or his last name. They only call him by.
It's like YouTube is just a whole bunch of fucking adult 5th graders, you know?
By his middle name, Hussein, and Big Mike.
Donovan laughs like Butthead. Nothing at all.
Hussein,
not you. So I don't mean to belittle people. I don't mean to make people feel stupid. Just
Big Mike and Hussein.
You know, when I talk or when I express my opinions, it's not my fault that you feel stupid. I'm just expressing my opinions. It's not my intention to belittle you or make you feel stupid. So, sorry you're butthurt about my opinions. What are you going to do?